Hey, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings. What's up, Divine Rebels, my OGs, my Young Bloods, and those who have yet to subscribe or become part of the channel fam. I hope y'all are doing phenomenal. We are sitting here just before the new moon in Sagittarius. Super Saggy in the air right now. We have the ascendant, the moon, and Mercury, the sun, all in Sagittarius. The moon is at 19 degrees right now. It won't be new moon until it hits 22 degrees Sagittarius. And the moon and Mercury are exactly conjunct in 19 degrees right now. So y'all can note that. We also have a trine going on from all of that to Mars in Aries. So we just flaming up. The background sound is not my water sounds that I like. And you notice our mermaid lagoon is now the fire, what are we? The fire pit? All right, we got some orange going on and we got some crackling fireplace in the background, so we had to, Sagittarius, happy birthday. So that's what we have going on. And yes, I do also note that Venus and Scorpio is conjunct Juno, asteroid of marriage, in exactly 28 degrees right now. And we have 28 degrees Jupiter, which is the ruler of Sagittarius, over here in Capricorn, making a very healthy sextile to that. So abundance on abundance on abundance, a lot of options in love, just really good vibes. So if you're drawn to this video, even if it's not the transit, eclipse energy lasts a long time. If you're drawn to this video, it's for a reason. Maybe these energies are persisting and still following you and wanting to develop in your life and have you acknowledge them, or maybe you're watching this on another far, eclipse or something in Sagittarius. So I do know that making making moon water and stuff on eclipses is very powerful, and on Sagittarian full moons and new moons and stuff. So watch out if you do that, because Sag connects to the third eye and you'll be like douche 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 with your third eye popping if you drink any of that fire water, okay? So let's go ahead and get some crystals. We have 4 piles today. I've already pre-picked a lot of the cards, but we will live shuffle a couple more sets of oracles on there and some charms and see what this Sagittarius eclipse energy is going to be like for you. Let's go with some fiery orange quartz for one option. We'll go with some fiery red quartz, red calcite. Sorry, these are calcite. I said quartz. Orange quartz, red. I just did it again, y'all. Orange calcite, red calcite. Look, Sag Mercury doesn't care about all the details. Get to the big stuff. Okay, here we go. We have our Creamsicle seashell and we have our spiral seashell. So those will be our options here. Let me clear some space here. Those will be our options for the pick. So see which one of these you tune into. Let me give you some space for a moment there. All right, for anyone who needs to pause, so no hands or sound in it if you need a second, and let me show a little up close for those who need that. This is popping. Turn it down a little bit. All right. So go ahead and pick those, and I will just link them. I'm not feeling to do letters or numbers again, not so much small details, just look for the timestamp with your option, and that's how we'll do it, okay? So I'll just put them over here. I also tend now to mix up the piles after I lay them out when I'm doing the cards, because some people tend to, like here we have 4 stacks. I'm just going to pull one out because people tend to cling to one option, and they were like, man, I should pick other options. I was like, well, I'll help everyone out, because I do that too sometimes, and I'll just grab a pile. Okay, let's see. Okay, so for those of you who chose option 1, let's see, I'm trying to get your stack out because I feel that it is this one here. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Okay. That's a loud fire. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna get into your cards here, and then we'll pull some tarot, some oracles, and some charms. Hey, well, if we need more tarot. So what do we have? Ooh, the Empress. So we got, you know, we had to get the big old deck. Well, Heey likes a big old deck. Oh yeah, no. So we have the Empress. She knows, look, she knows about big juicy things. Venus, as we said, is sextile to Jupiter right now. This is Taurus energy, Venusian energy. We have number 3 here that can be significant for you. Look, and this Empress, oh my gosh, of all decks, is carrying a torch. All right, she's feeling the fire. Yeah, so this could be Venus in Aries, Leo, Sag going on as well. Ooh. Yeah, there could be someone significant that has purple hair or is known to have purple hair around you. That could be Pisces. The moon is very prominent also in this. Could be someone with fire moon. Leo, Aries, Sag is going to be very significant with this eclipse coming in. There could be someone who has, yeah, moon or Mars in Leo as well. That could be coming up for you. I'm feeling connections with this. I feel like either your Empress energy is drawing others towards you, which is definitely a thing, or others are going to be drawing you in with their kind of mix of Empress energy, but it can be a bit more forward Empress energy, more active Empress energy than we're used to seeing. Okay. Some of you, you've been thinking about, this will apply. I'm going to go through the different things, so, you know, stick with what applies to you and your body, your health journey. I do feel a lot of things with health and beauty coming in with you, for you guys. You guys finally going ahead and taking the lead, getting the inspiration to do so. Some of the things I'm seeing are some of you will be, going ahead and deciding to grow your hair out. Okay, for some of you, you will be growing it out so later on you can do different styling. You might put it in locks. You might just want to grow it out without any, just to see, like, how do you grow? Like, how does my hair grow? I don't even know. Let me just let it go. Let it be free, okay? Some of you might be deciding to shave certain parts of your head, like to make certain sections of your hair bald, things of that nature, or you might go completely bald and decide, because, you know, you can wear wigs or whatever if you want some hair on, that kind of thing. So there could be some significance to you. This could be tied to your image. It could be tied to nurturing yourself, caring for yourself in some way in your journey. It could be a bit ceremonial for some of you because we have this torch here as well. It could be, yeah, representing something. Oh, for some of you, could be in solidarity with somebody because we have the Empress and the breast I'm really drawn to. So you might, you know, cut your hair to show solidarity with somebody who's had to shave their hair or lost their hair in relation to an illness or something of that nature. So you will be doing small things to show care. I do think that you will be thinking of others, maybe sending some gifts to others who have been in, you know, I'm just hearing in sickness and in health, but I think you'll be applying that to a variety of people and bringing them a lot of joy, those who have not been in good health and maybe they're in the recovery phase, or you want to send them that energy to encourage them, you know, to be in good spirits. And I'm seeing here that this plant here, there's one that's grown even in the rock here. So the Empress, that's look at that, she's usually in fertile field, right? And here we have the Empress in all these rocks, and you know, it's like, looks like you couldn't get anything through that, but she already built over there a plant, or she already built a plant. But that's what it's like, right? It's like something concrete. She's like, the Emperor's not the only one who can, you know, build stuff, or I guess he more takes over stuff. But all right, yeah. And again, there's water, a lot of water on this Empress, so there could be people with Venus or Moon in Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I feel like you're taking the lead. You're taking the lead on care, nurturing, things of that nature. Some of you will be going and getting like a lot of flowing clothes, skirts, fabrics, things of that nature. It will just feel better on your skin, or you'll really be paying attention to the kind of clothing that you wear. I know for me, my skin really hates having like synthetic stuff on it. It just doesn't jive with like my skin, my natural like body chemistry, anything. My body just really prefers that I don't. So you might you know, decide that you preference certain materials to wear against your skin, or that you like some like looser, more flowing cuts of clothing, things of that nature. Some of you also will be doing things with your breasts. It looks like she has something here. I don't know if it's just the shadow, but some of you might be getting piercings on your nipples. You might be getting maybe some kind of tattoo going. You might be going into breastfeeding, a breastfeeding journey. You might be getting some kind of surgery, augmentation, reduction, things of that nature, something that for you feels healthy and feels like yourself. Okay, some of you might be taking out if you have piercings or that kind of thing. So that could be significant as well for some of you. You might also come into contact with somebody who's on a journey like that. Like you gain a new friend and there's someone who is on a breastfeeding journey, or, you know, things of that nature. So they can apply to those around you, because this is very like a co-shared energy here with the 3. Yeah, but definitely this beacon energy. This is very much giving me kind of Statue of Liberty vibes in a way too, but as Earth Mother. So like if the Statue of Liberty really was able to live up to like freedom and justice for all and be this Earth Mother and like reclaim the land and like, you know, heal all of the different vibrations that need to be healed. So you guys have a really badass energy. I'm like, I think I'm done. They're like, yeah, we're done with this card. Okay, so... Oh, I already pulled crystal cards. Perfect. So your crystals, we have Big Spite. Okay, so this is now. This means whatever, look around, whatever synchronicity you just got, whatever someone just said, whatever is going on. If someone just walked by and said, coughed and said, hey, number 33 or whatever, pay attention to whatever just happened, because this card, it only comes out when it's like immediately that. Like that's how it's been. It will fly out of the deck, and it'll be just when something significant happens, or a word, a phrase, a song that someone I'm communicating to needs to hear, okay? It says timing is everything. With Big Spite, that couldn't be truer. So anything that happens during this period is a sign and synchronicity for you. Sagittarius again rules the third eye. It's a very active fire sign. Everything is a message, a mystery, a secret to take, you know, kind of take off the cuff and keep on running, keep on trucking, and just use it to augment your direction a little bit if you need to. Don't let it put you in fear or kind of get overwhelmed by synchronicities and insights, but allow them to help you with your timing, okay? It's almost like if you zoom in and you're calculating, okay, they're about to pitch the ball and I need to hit it. Okay, it looks like it's coming on this angle. Oh, it changed up. That was a trick throw they threw. So then you know, recalculate to hit the ball. Think of your synchronicities as something like that, not something to shut you down or make you afraid or give you analysis paralysis, but something to make you feel like, oh, okay, I can recalibrate, adjust. Now I got an inside scoop so I can continue making the best informed movement and decision for myself. All right, so this is the right opportunity, can encourage you to try new things, pursue an opportunity, or change anything that needs an update. Sagittarius definitely loves updates. So Eclipse is saying, bye with the old, let's get an update. This is trying to blend your base chakra and your heart chakra and infuses you with unconditional love for yourself and then for others. Big Spite encourages energy expressed as action, movement, and progress to move toward true alignment between you and your soul. Update what's outdated with joy and recharge your life. So Aries, Taurus, and the moon. So we have Taurus here twice, we have the moon here, we have Venus and Aries. So this fire energy mixing and blending kind of your earth fire, your Mars with your moon Venus energy, okay? We also have fluorite. So you guys are huge thinkers for sure. You're going to have a lot of inventive ideas coming through, huge light bulb moments. Again, this torch. The Empress is so creative, but it's so funny that like we don't usually see associations of the Empress being a thinker. Like, you know what I mean? Like people are like, oh yeah, she's so creative. She just like bursts things. But it's like she invents tons of things, right? She doesn't just create naturally, but she caretakes everything, which takes a lot of ingenuity. It takes foreseeing things. It takes knowing how to, that's the moon. I love the moon on here, because if she's out here tending the crops that she planted, well, what's the most ancient way of doing so? Knowing the moon cycles, knowing how to read the land, how to read the birds, how to read, the storms coming. So the Empress, we really, can sleep on the Empress, and I've always seen a big connection with her and the High Priestess. Like they're sisters who both can do what the other does, but maybe they tend to express different paths, kind of like sisters who have similarities in their chart, but in different places, different placements. So I feel like you guys are going to be showing, again, this active energy of Empress energy, where you're going to be showing like this genius side of yourself. Like, I'm not just here to be someone else's, work on someone else's creations and nurture it to being. Like, I'm a genius myself. Okay, let me get out here. We have organization, clearing, and priorities. There can be Aquarians coming in as well. We have Mercury, Pisces, and Capricorn with this energy. Structure can provide freedom, and fluorite helps organize your life from top to bottom, highlighting focus and releasing unnecessary stress. So fluorite is really good for like the wild Aquarian mind. People who, it's like they got wind in their eyes and their thoughts. You can almost just see them just swirling around like a little mobile and hear the wind chimes, right? Just woo, they always got some creativity, always got something, but it's hard for them to focus. So fluorite is good for like studying, for helping when our psychic energy is interfering with technology and stuff, y'all, all those kind of things. So yeah, Mercury and Pisces, Aquarius vibes. So here it's about helping you have all of this genius and solidifying it, right? So if we think of the Empress, let's say she births children, right? She can't have like 45 eggs fertilized at the same time and have all those kids at once. There's only so many that you can really birth out at one time, right? So it's the same for our ideas and creativity. So some of you are so creative and so artistic that you have a difficult time. I just heard a dog outside, like their chain shaking their collar. So there could be an animal coming into your life, okay? Group 1, number 3. But yeah, so you might need help kind of focusing your creativity, all right? And allowing it to not come through in a way that's not stressful, because if you're artist or whatever you're doing in your creative life, it's like, oh my gosh, all over the place, the energies, right? Some of you, this is your dating life. You're like, man, I know I'm attractive, but when I open up, it's Aquarius energy. You might have like a whole gang of friends is attracted to me. And then it gets complicated. Then I don't know which one to pick, or they start fighting over me and I don't even know. All my suitors, all my boos start fighting each other. Some of you are like, man, it's hard. It's hard being attractive in these streets, okay? Because so I just try to cover it up. But now you're tired of covering, literally might be tired of covering up, okay? So this is saying it's going to help you focus to connect to the right person, to not be too shy or too passive, to externalize your opinions, your voice, your communication, your dialogue, whatever you need. It says empowered decision making, turning discernment up a notch. It protects against bad influences and psychic manipulation. Fluorite both grounds and lifts your energy, connecting your body to the earth and to higher spiritual awareness at the same time. Prioritize your balance. This is a very creative, wild balance, which I love. Hashtag Pisces. Okay, so let's see what else we got going on. We have the moth, so we can have some Scorpio energy coming in here. All right. Scorpio energy. I'm seeing these keys here. So watch keeping secrets. Like tend and keep the right secrets, I feel like, okay? Not everybody is happy for the Empress. Not everybody wants to share love. And yes, Page of Wands reverse is here. This could even be with someone who's like a family member or dear to you. 9 of Cups. You guys might have a pregnancy secret. Oh my goodness, that's your business. If you get pregnant and you want to keep that a secret for a bit, that's your secret, boo-boo. Oh my God, because look, why? Because you were so attractive. Look at the moth to flame. Moth meet flame. Some of you will be getting pregnant. And this solar eclipse that's happening is going to finally bring in the right partner. Maybe you were the divine feminine energy waiting for that divine masculine to get unblocked, okay? Hopefully not really unblocked, but look, but this is a healthy pregnancy. So blessings on blessings to all the children getting conceived during fire season. Now we know there'll be a few, okay, with Son of a Wand season out here. Knight of Wands, Sagittarius card. Oh, that Wheel of Fortune now, spin. You won the jackpot, some of you. So congratulations with that. Carry yourself with confidence, with pride, with your spiritual wisdom for your own body and cycles, but you don't have to put that out. There could be people who would want to just run their mouth or just want to know your business just to know your business, who wouldn't be putting good words on you and things of that nature. So in that case, feel free to keep your secrets. You might be keeping them from family because the cross keys are a symbol of the Hierophant. You might be waiting until you get out of your first trimester for sure here. Yes, some of you, this is going to be another fire sign. You said another one. We have all these fire glyphs and another one. For some of you, you'll have a balance. You already maybe have a water sign and then you'll have a fire sign here. We have the numbers 2, 3, and 5 being significant. We have 3 over there again. Also number 9, okay? But some of you will be getting some wishes fulfilled that you don't want to speak of to others. You're going to have these amazing insights coming in. That's another thing. When you get your synchronicities, you'll understand what they mean, but you might not want to share them with others because they don't get it. All right? It's kind of like when people are like, oh, I think I'm pregnant. I know it. I feel that I'm pregnant, right? And then people are like, whatever, you just thinking that. And when you know, okay? And then it's not until after you do the proof, you get the test, you do all this extra, then people, oh, now we believe you. So for you guys, using that metaphor, you could have the same experience here with other things, with business, with other good synchronicities coming in that you've been manifesting and wishing. Happy birthday, Sagittarians, by the way. Some of you were like, I'm celebrating my birthday. Okay? But yeah, maybe you have a party. Look, y'all just like, this might be a little shady, but I don't want someone to come. They're not worth the limited space in my quarantine social distance party. So yeah, go ahead and keep your secrets that you need to keep, okay? Because everybody doesn't need to know your business. Now, what else do we got going on? You guys are going to have your songs Cross My Mind by Jill Scott. You have some right now, remember your synchronicities instantaneously. Right now, you're on that person's mind. Whoever it is you're thinking of, yes, you're on their mind. You just run across my mind is this song, and she starts thinking about all the steamy, spicy things that went down. Maybe you think about how you made this child, y'all. or how you're gonna. Some of you said no child with the page reversed, but you're like, I wouldn't mind doing some things that could, that could lead to something like that, allegedly. So we have the snow. We have snow, red hot chili pepper. Ooh, making the snow red hot. Okay, now melt that winter. You said, come here for that old winter solstice. Warm up these bones. All right, so come to the side of the things in my life or in my life just to get high on. We know this song. When I sit alone, come get a little known, but I need more than myself this time, so reach out. And what is it? He's a Sag moon, actually. He's a Scorpio with a Sagittarius moon, Anthony Kiedis. So he says, step from the road to the sea to the sky, and I do believe that we rely on, right? So he's talking about his sacrifice. He says, when to descend to amend for a friend all the channels that have broken down. Now you bring it up, I'm going to ring it up just to hear you sing it out. All right. Deep beneath the cover of another perfect wonder where it's so wet as snow. So some of you might be dealing with some addictions. You'll be turning away. There could be a lot of indulgence. The Nine of Cups can show addiction, and the Page of Wands can show maybe not having some impulse control. The Empress will also indulge here. So some of you could even have a parent who's been rather indulgent with you. Or you guys could be being very indulgent with your child, and those concerns are going to come up at this time, okay? It's important that you do reach out to friends. We have Aquarius card, and in here he's saying, you know what, now that you brought it up, I'm going to call you. I'm going to keep some communication with you. You're on my mind because I heard you mention that, and you might have posted that as a joke, but I know you, friend, you're trying to stay sober, and let me go ahead and communicate with you. Or when you find yourself just like, haha, I made a funny joke, you're going to start hearing more, actually, you know what, I am hurting. I tend to joke like that when I'm maybe thinking about using some kind of substance again or doing something that hasn't been the healthiest for myself. So instead of going to the person who I know might enable me, let me reach out to my friends that will be there for me, support me, and you guys are going to start recognizing your friends, because some of you have been feeling like, oh, I don't know who these people are in my reading. I don't have friends. I don't know what they're talking about. And you've had some people who, you know, they would want to reach out to you. They would want to communicate with you, and maybe they haven't quite found the way to do so, or they don't know if you kind of wanted them for a friend and you've been on their mind a lot. Okay, so don't feel like you're too low, like you're too, yeah, that's what I feel like. You're like, oh, I'm just too low. Okay, No, you're definitely not. You're raised up in people's eyes. And even if you do have, some things that are, you have a temper, you have, like, you overindulge, do things that are wrong, people still do want to amend things with you, and they want to love you. They see such a loving, nurturing, sensitive person. Maybe you guys are some of the empaths that in order to deal with it, you take pills, you do other things, right? Or you just partied hard, you burned down all your relationships, you took advantage of a family friend or family member or family friend, or kind of a maternal figure in your life, and now it's saying it's okay right now, right, to start amending that, and not have to be the moth that keeps going to this flame. Okay, instead you can be the torch bearer and carry a flame for a right reason. Okay, we have Bilingual by Snow the product. So yeah, some of you, point blank, you know what the code word for snow is when it comes to usage. So if that has been a problem over here, see that line, is saying it needs to be addressed. Okay, it does need to be addressed. Maybe you're feeling like, oh, I'm just having fun during quarantine. Maybe you're, I was watching one person, they've been going live, and then I noticed that it's like every night they're going live for their, they're quarantined and stuff, but they're going live for their subscribers, and they're getting like drunk every night, right? So it's no judgment on them, but I'm starting to realize, okay, friend, are you okay? Like, we've had quite a bit in a row. Is it a thing every single night that we're getting like Vegas drunk at home? So you guys could have something, or you could have someone in your life that could be coming back in a very, very healed state after they went through these things. Please try to allow them the space to have grown. It doesn't mean you have to accept them back. It doesn't mean anything. Okay, this person might be working a program, they might need to apologize. You can not, some of you will be like, I'm not going to read that message or whatever it is, but just be aware that that could be happening. Okay, and again, if you don't have anyone close up like that, it could just be time to open your mind. Sagittarius and eclipses are about blowing open our third eye. Have you energetically held a negative collective opinion towards people who go through addiction? Have you refused to see that that we need those resources in our community? Have you contributed to villainizing people who have addictions? Have you ignored things that you could possibly be addicted to that seem, because you think they're less harm, and they could be harming yourself? Okay, whether that is perfume that's like super toxic that you don't let yourself get rid of, that's harming your skin and giving you migraines, right? It can be anything that we're doing that's harmful for ourselves or another. Okay, so please keep that in mind. The product, right? The product. Okay, some of you could be addicted to like buying products, sharing products, right? The Empress, on the negative side, that's still learning. Oh my gosh, I gotta get this, I gotta get the next one, I got it, oh no, it's gonna sell out, right? So just check in, because I feel like you guys are definitely meant to thrive. It's not a question. The Empress with the Nine of Cups, you are definitely meant to thrive, and that's like Venus and Pisces, right? You have, a lot of you have good intentions why you want beautiful things and you want to feel good in life, but just doing it in a healthy way. Okay, so you could be connecting with someone who is bilingual. In this song, she said she can't believe that it's the fact that it's taken this long for her to realize she's fantastic, and she talks about how everyone used to see her, she'd write her little rhymes and they would look right past it, like she isn't who the F she is, like what's happening. So some of you are going to have a huge shift where you're going from feeling like a Page of Wands reverse that someone kicked to the side to feeling full-fledged Empress with a torch. Okay, and realizing how wonderful you are. Oh, I did put it on the back. Yes. Yeah. Oh, some of you could also be bisexual and coming out about that, because she says that. And in the song, she does say "fuck Trump," so we're gonna say that because that's the only way we roll on this channel. Okay. So yes, it could be bilingual. We also have Slow Motion by Trey Songz that was sticking on here. So you guys could be having a little intimate time, as we said here. You could be, instead of going out to clubs and partying and stuff, be learning how to balance having more one-to-one connections with people. All right, we have Strawberry here. Strawberry energy. We have Polyamorous. We have Decolonizing. I promise you guys, I have like, 300 to 400 of these cards. I did not go just to find the Decolonizing. I know I mention it a lot, but it did come up. Okay, so you guys, yes, are breaking out different molds. You could be releasing societal opinions and programmed opinions of things against your body from others, and just really being like, whoa, where did I have this thought from? Where did I have this philosophy from? That's jacked up. Let's switch this up, and something way better that feels way more juicy and luxurious and, you know, enlightened is going to blossom in that place, and you're going to be very, very happy about that. Strawberry is very protective, so there could be you or someone in your life who's being very protective of marginalized genders, of women and children around you, which is beautiful. You could be feeling just a lot sweeter. You could, with changes that you're doing for your health with the Empress energy here, you could be even like you're balancing your pH, you're smelling good, just a little sweetness to you, just, you know, life is better, okay? And polyamorous, some of you could be exploring your sensuality. We definitely saw that. So instead of having reckless sexuality or being mad at those who do explore it, with the Nine of Cups and the Empress over here, you could definitely be exploring your own, because this is a blending. This Empress is a blending of what is, you know, kind of stereotype masculine and feminine energy. So you might be on the spectrum somewhere and be like, you know, I don't need to choose. I'm gonna dress how I want to dress. I'm gonna work myself how I want to work and be attracted to who I am. So some of you will be expressing different energies like that, or could be considering this. Polyamorous is an honest, upfront, you know, connection and agreement between, you know, consenting parties. So that could be something that you're exploring, or again, just opening your mind up to, so you're not villainizing it because, well, I'm afraid if I'm in a monogamous relationship, someone's going to cheat on me, therefore I shame you in your polyamorous connection, right? So you could be decolonizing from that mindset and realizing how that's actually a toxic, you know, that's holding toxicity towards our collective energies. It doesn't let any of the divine energies heal, right? To hold that kind of villainization towards a healthy, consenting adult relationship. So we got some travel cards, because this is travel and astrology, because, and movie, because this is Sagittarius. Your movie is The Matrix. Oh my gosh, I love that you got decolonizing with The Matrix. It's so awesome. So QHL, going through The Matrix, red and blue pills, that's the basics, okay? So and crossed my mind these epiphanies. We got the moth over here, finding these epiphanies and this energy and being like, well, wait a minute, that flame used to burn me up, but now I am the holder of the flame, of a pure flame, and I'm not going to get eaten up by that negative programming, by the illusion of the flame anymore, right? So yeah, powerful stuff. Check out that. We have Palace, asteroid Palace here. So this could be connections with a lot of wisdom, with a lot of cunning, with a lot of strategy. It can also be connecting to father figures in your life, and how they've kind of laid the map work for kind of the psychological traveler within yourself, like basically how you tend to go from point A to B, or how you tend to connect your dots and make your moves. So look at your palace and see what is your kind of subconscious programming for how you tend to, like, if life was a map, like you'll say, okay, there's 3 ways to get there. I can go over the mountain, through the river, or through the cave. Which path do you tend to take, and why is it? Where does that programming and instinct come from? Check out your palace. You'll be understanding why you make your moves the way you do. Maybe you'll be dropping back like the Matrix move. We have Rhode Island, the Midwest, and Chicago. Hey, so these could be places that are significant for you. Fun fact: Chicago is was originally, where the land was there, was the convergence of where an Afro-Indigenous family held their you know, where they had the land that they stayed on, and where they did trade. And so yes, that's an awesome an awesome connection there. So yes, the Midwest, Chicago, and Rhode Island could be significant for you, whether travel there. It could be histories and insights from there, never to appropriate but to educate with all due respect. It could be that, you know, maybe you're from these areas, or someone from these areas will be significant to you at these times. Okay, let's go ahead and get some fortune cards. All right, how y'all doing? Fortune cards over here. Let me not catch it on the flame. for those who chose orange calcite, this is going to be a long video because I'm just doing that. All right, gong, an exciting event. Ooh, what exciting event. Hello, I can't even talk, I'm so excited. You got an event where you're gonna get the bag. Okay, something important such as a new job or a raise, or it could be somewhere where you guys suddenly get the opportunity to move or travel and you're like throwing all your stuff in a bag, like let's go. You're doing the trash bag move, like we'll fix it when we're there. I'm so excited, let's go. I want to get out of this place. So some of you are gonna get that. Rooster, where's baby Magic? Sleeping. She does her rooster sound. It could be year of the rooster, someone's significant year of the rooster. It could be something that happens early in the morning, or again like this wake up call, let's go, boom, loud noise. Of course, Sagittarius season, Mars direct, and eclipse season has been very actually loud, you know, so you guys might be sensitive to sound. You could be having a hard time finding when to sleep and trying to get your schedule back regulated. Even if you're a night owl, you might suddenly be waking up early in the morning. But this can also be an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. I also feel like, remember it said, keep your secrets. Don't boast about the blessings that are coming into you because someone will try to steal your bag. Another thing people do, this happens with Capricorns, especially Capricorn, Moon, Venus, and Mars a lot. But it can be any sides, okay? Or Aries, Moon, Venus, and Mars does this too. They can yeah, Rooster's kind of a mix of Capricorn, Aries energy to me, actually. But they can do this thing where they make friends, so-called networking, just so they can learn what your sources are, what your inspiration even is creatively, where they can learn where do you get your inspiration for your jokes, like what culture are you, or what kind of social media do you watch. And once they have those sources, they'll stock those sources, try to glean and put together this like weird contorted version of your personality as they've like gleaned it, and then they'll take off, right? Gemini can do that too as well, and third house placement. So there could be that kind of vibe around where they're saying like, hold to your secrets, don't give all your sources out. And it's not about like, I'm someone, I'll tell people where I got something or whatever, but sometimes, you know, I've had to learn too, sometimes people have negative intentions, they don't need to know all that. I knew it, wedge, someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something that you want. So yeah, keep an eye out for them. They could be a very cloying, loud kind of person, and they might use that with joviality. That's a side that Sagittarius would understand, actually. That is one side of Sag, just to be very brassy, like I'm loud so I can act however I want, because if not, I'm gonna you know, clown you real loud and everyone will know, and they'll entertain a lot, you know. So this could be someone who has a social media platform, it could be somebody who has a big following, or they just tend to needle people. There could also be Virgo in their chart and Leo. Yeah, and so they're saying don't let this person get in the way of your happiness and the success that you have coming towards you, okay? Lightning, ooh, you got some powerful spirits, deities watching over you. Control your anger or you'll be sorry. So when it comes to this person that you're going to interact with, or maybe you've been interacting with, you don't have to be angry at them because your spirit crew already is, okay? I almost said always is. Ooh. Okay, so especially if you have one that's connected to lightning, then you know who it is. So it says feeling tied down or frustrated. Yeah, they could have Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So this is going to be taken care of. This is probably someone who's been bothering you. Oh my gosh, bottom of the deck we have the Torch. Some of you could be athletes, or you could be working on your health again, or you just are huge trendsetters and people want to come and get that. Spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. Wow. Yeah, so you got this. You got it in the bag. You've already won that race. Don't look back and trip yourself by trying to listen to this big, obnoxious, loud person, okay? Who's trying to come and skew the fact. There's someone who they think that they yell, oh, I got the tea, oh, I got the facts, while they appropriated everything that they can win, right? And your spirit crew's like, nah, we already saw them. You just keep it pushing, ignore them. We got it. Okay, we got your back, boo. We already laid. What are those little spikes that they lay when they need to pop a tire? Someone's tire. They already laid one of those. Okay, let's do some charms. For those who chose orange calcite, Eclipse 2020 Sagittarius eclipse, or whatever Sagittarius eclipse someone's watching this one. Let's see. Your messages. yet. Look at Sagittarius showing out. We have Pisces energy. So we do have Neptune, you know, in play with these vibes. Neptune and the moon and Mercury are square right now. And, you know, a little widely square the sun as well. Yes, yes, yes. So this solar eclipse new moon is very, very children of Jupiter. Sagittarius and Pisces are traditionally ruled by Jupiter. But then Pisces is also ruled by Neptune, and Neptune's in Pisces. So we have a lot of mutable signs. We also have Virgo here. So check out those energies in your chart. People of these signs could be significant. Oh my God, I love this charm. So you guys have this, this football player who's doing the woo, like you almost tackled them, but they move their leg. You know, that smooth move. And we have Pisces. You guys could be limber on your feet. You could be dancing around. Look, I have all my snowflake obsidian, and you got the one that's in the charm. So you could be definitely transmuting heavy energies into just a more peaceful vibe, keeping yourself super protected. Stay on your protection rituals. You have the ball in your court, getting the upper hand psychically about whatever's coming towards you. All right, your family energy. Oh my gosh, you got two of them. So this is hibiscus when they're faced up for me. Your family energy, and when there's both of them, it's like carnations, which is your ancestors for me. So carnation is powerful. It's like a commanding herb. And you have spiritual cleansing here. Yes, you have spiritual cleansing, and you have the magical butterfly flower here. So this is like a super powerful creative time. Your paws on it. You got the Black Panther power paw here, so you could be doing things to stand up for Black Lives Matter and staying on that, because we ain't forgotten. It's still so much going on for our people. Okay, so even if that's not, it's right here by Sagittarius. You could be decolonizing again more and more and realizing what it's like in these streets. Okay, and you could be you know, just doing the work that needs to be done, protecting others and helping change this collective energy. You'll be getting some important phone calls there, or it could be actually calls with this here. It could be for someone who has the letters E, U, Q, or H in their name. I'm hearing Hannah, Ulysses. There could be Erica, Earl, Eugene, Queen, or you could be hearing calls about these people as well. There could be a royalty kind of name. We have Virgo here. Maybe it's someone with a goddess name, a name that has deities. But yeah, I see a lot of activity going on for, it could be Black Lives Matter for sure over here as well. You guys could be really going grassroots with a lot of movements, taking care of your family, being super holistic. There could be connections for things that you're doing, hearing news from overseas, okay, and taking care of those who are overseas. Who's this hovering? I feel like, yeah, again, keep your moves secret. Some people are not trustworthy. Yeah, you have people where they're not trustworthy and they want to bring harm, literally. Okay, some of you are definitely working on the front lines. Be careful, because you have infiltrators. Look, I'm just gonna tell you straight. Look, we got the pig charm. Sometimes this looks like a little mouse, like that, if it's like that, and sometimes it looks like a full pig. Okay, when we have this coming up, when I'm clarifying the chopper, the ghetto bird, no, watch out if you're on the front lines trying to protect the people, protect water. We can definitely have water protection with the Pisces here as well. Stay fertile. You also got my, this is the Halloween charm here, even though we're closer to Christmas now. This is my Empress in the Halloween charms, because it's a very fertile with the vines still on it. Jack-o'-lantern here, but we got the snake. So trust your instincts. You have very good nurturing instincts. You have a nurturing warrior energy. You might be, you know, everyone has a position when we are working in a group together, and some people are kind of the watchers who are so fiercely nurturing that they are defensive. They're like passive warriors for those around, and I feel like you carry that energy. My hand just got hot, so this person's ready, right? Sag got the bow and arrow. We got the goddess tuning in. Listen to your physical body instincts. My ears just got hot. It's like, yes, tell them that, tell them that, tell them that. You know when someone's talking about you. You feel spiritual downloads in your physical body. You know when someone's unsafe that's around you. You feel it spiritually, you feel it in your third eye, and you feel it in your physical body. Listen to that connection and communication. You could have significance with bats around at this time as well. Again, we have hibiscus, protection around family, around sensual lives, your blossoming, and carnations, very fiery protection from your spirit crew, particularly your ancestors, okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you guys. I hope that you like your reading and all these changes and things coming in for you. Eclipses work in cycles, so this could keep going into Gemini season for sure, to the full moon in Sagittarius. It can keep going through the series of eclipses, so pay attention to that, all right? So please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye. All right, y'all, for those of you who chose the Creamsicle Seashell, let's go ahead and get into your read. I'm feeling a lot of blue energy. You could be connecting to blue and indigo colors a lot here during this eclipse vibe. So blues and into purple energy is very third eye, which is connected to Sagittarius, so go ahead and tune into that. We have I'm already seeing some of your cards, so we'll be able to see that. Eight of Wands, Mercury and Sagittarius. Okay, and this is a woke deck, so this is direct action. This is someone who becomes a street medic so that they can be, you know, available when there's emergencies in our community, when they're on the front lines for people who are standing up for each other's rights and get victimized, you know, by so-called authorities, things of that nature, so they can just be on call. So you could be being called for that. I'm noticing again the plants growing up here in the cracks. This is like in the boardwalk. You could live somewhere near a boardwalk. There's all these locks here, so maybe you are following in the steps of people in remembrance. Wow. Whew. You could be feeling like you want to walk in someone's shoes, okay? You might be thinking of people who went, like Nipsey Hussle, or people who went, you know, whether it's people more renowned, MLK, people who still haven't had their voices spoken for. You guys are feeling talkative. It says mutual aid. You want to talk about your own experiences that you've gone through, and you feel like maybe somebody doesn't know in your corner of the world what's going on, what the truth is about something, but you also feel like you have some kind of aid, some kind of medicine that you can do for others, and you're finding your own voice and your own strength. You're realizing that, oh, this is something I can do to help. Like this is really fly, and this is a way that I can, you know, communicate. I can step up to the plate. I can charge in. And this you know, like this new moon eclipse has Mercury very connected to it and squared to Neptune, so it brings in the psychic insight. It brings in this healer aspect. I was very drawn to the blue calcite, and I have a blue candle. I have a little candle going over here. So the first group, it was orange that I blew. I think I'll put it in the timestamps, but it was orange that I burned for them, and this one I felt drawn to grab a little blue candle for your option. So I think that you guys are letting go of a lot of negativity. You might also be changing what you think it is to be a healer. It's that your candle's letting off a lot of smoke. You know what? It makes sense that I would end up doing some ceromancy over here and some pyromancy, because it is a fiery eclipse going on, and this is again Mercury and Sagittarius. So I do feel like how it says mutual aid, some of you are learning that to take direct action, the answer isn't always be like, I'm a healer so I can do what I want, right? The answer is this healing someone? So let's close our eyes and go into a metaphor. Do the chime dream sound that they do in transitions on shows when we go into dream state, okay? Foggy vignette around the camera. So imagine that we have a doctor who does not listen to their patients. Yes, we've experienced this, right? And they say, well, I think this is good for your body, so I'm just going to make you take cough syrup, or I'm just going to give you stitches right now, or I'm just going to draw your blood randomly when you don't need it, right? These are actually real issues. Some of you are for medical justice and medical equality. Thank you so much for that. That would be ridiculous though, right? If we were to see a character like that on TV, we would be like what is this Machiavellian, like, crazy character doing? This doctor who thinks they can just walk up to someone and say, I think this is, you know, how I'm a healer. Well, you can't tell me anything. I'm a doctor. I'm a healer. Don't you see? Well, some of you guys have been doing that same thing spiritually, and you're realizing, wait, these practices that I've been doing, I'm not to be doing them, or I'm not trained for these, or I'm actually not qualified, or, you know, this isn't what people need to heal anyways. It's not helping the collective. So you're going to be tuning in and learning what is mutual aid. Where can I give? Again, higher energy Sagittarius isn't appropriation. It's not just charging into someone's land and doing what we want. Higher energy is saying, wow, it's so beautiful that that's how you rock your life. Here's how I rock my life. And are there some areas where we can barter and trade together? While we respect each other's cultures, each other's lands, each other's, you know, experiences, spiritualities, and we respect what is closed ceremony. We respect each other's boundaries with bodies. So higher energy Sagittarius pushes the boundaries for discovery, but respects the boundaries of, you know, what is there, what is natural. So it's kind of like, you can't be like, oh, I'm in Sagittarius, I'm an explorer, so I'm going to go burn down the rainforest because I found it, right? It doesn't make sense, right? It's a false equivalency. But in spirituality and in the world at large, that's what's been happening, right? And so this year we've been seeing in 2020 a lot of that, like cleaning that the hell up. Like, it's not okay. We can't violate each other's boundaries. We can't say, oh, because I think I have this spiritual knowledge, or because I want to claim some little synchronicity that was supposedly to your heritage, or etc., etc., right? Another example I'm getting is, yeah, so you guys, you're definitely having this huge epiphany for changing a lot of your spiritual beliefs over and fine-tuning them, a reclamation of your own, and an acceptance of others. So another example that I'm thinking of, and this might help you, sorry, it's loud, it's fire sign eclipse season outside. It's very early morning, and all the trucks and stuff are gearing up. But another example is that, let's say somebody is becoming woke as a feminist, right? And so they're like, well, I learned all about the so-called female anatomy or whatever because I'm a feminist now and I'm super woke and I'm an ally, so I should be able to come and like do gynecological exams and whoever I determine is, you know, a woman, blah blah blah. One, that's still not a fully decolonized idea of femininity and gender. Two, that is super violating. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's abuse, right? Well, that's exactly what people do with spiritual concepts, right? And some of us, even against our own peoples, we don't know what to do. We don't know how to even respect ourselves in a way, right? Because we're naive, we're young, we're disconnected. And so this is going to be learning again, what is healing for us and our ancestors? Is it healing to just say, oh yeah, let me just teach my ceremonies to just any old body because I want to feel safe and I don't want the world to come get me? So if we give away our spirituality and culture, people will leave us alone and they'll let us kumbaya, right? Or is it more healing to ourselves and our ancestors if we hold our sacred space for ourselves, right? So it's almost like this energy, maybe some of you are like very young, or you haven't found boundaries with your body, with your belief systems, with your life. And that's going to be a big thing where you're realizing, you know what, in order to be loved, I don't have to sit here and let people, you know, strip me naked and do what they will, okay? And I know that's very visceral, but I feel like these are very serious areas of your life where this has gone on. And I just got, for some of you with Mercury, it's been with like counselors or a therapist. You're like, I need to have support for my mental health, and I've just been taken really advantage of. People who just want to experiment, open up my mind, tinker around, you know. The candle popped on that. So this is about learning that even though we go towards expansion and we want to connect with others and we're so curious and we want to love, we have to have boundaries with others. You know, we even teach little kids that when they get to the point they want to hug each other, and you have to be like, your friend can't breathe. You have to have respect and consent and boundaries. And then you can give mutual aid and help with others, okay? Then we can take more direct action and trust ourselves on impulse because we've learned all the steps of what is respect, what is proper etiquette, right? As we are so-called healing each other and moving forward. So don't rush that process of learning what is acceptable and what's not. Don't take advantage. This is what a lot of people do that go to oppressed people's, you know, ceremonies and stuff, is they will take advantage of the fact that the peoples who are hurting are so excited of the thought of someone not harming them from their demographic that they will be overly giving, which is something that people who are survivors of abuse do, whether it is a cultural thing or whether it is, someone who's coming out of an abused relationship. So to take that and to overly take up that space, to take advantage of whether it is a people or a person when they are in a healing state and trying to recover, is a very violent, vile thing to do, right? So some of you guys are realizing, oh shoot, I didn't realize that I would do that. I didn't think about the fact that, I tend to let my one friend do everything for me, and they're actually recovering from a very abusive relationship. And I never thought about how they don't actually know how to put up boundaries right now. They don't feel safe right now in the world, and they're probably really scared that if I lose connection with them, if they say no to me, that I'll push them away. So I think you guys are just going to start thinking in so many directions at once, and it's going to be these huge lightning bolt moments, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can help, I can care, I can join in, and also realizing where people are doing that to you, where it hasn't been healthy, and putting up boundaries, and letting others know, when it's not right, that they are kind of overly taking the space up in your life. Okay, so that is your card. We got these big themes. So let's go ahead and see some more of your cards over here. We have do we only have one of your crystals? Okay, we got one crystal. Oh, this is the pile that didn't have as many. We have Tanzanite Aura Quartz, and this ring that I wear is Tanzanite. So there could be something there. Virgo, Pisces, and Uranus energy. Uranus is currently in Taurus. Cosmic alignment is here, and this is third eye crystal. Tanzanite Aura Quartz brings equilibrium to our multi-dimensional states, melding mind and body for spiritual balance. With indigo rays vibrating high, the stone heightens the ability to see and communicate beyond this world. It gently opens your crown chakra, creating a channel between the divine and your body. All right. It's made from indium, so it's kind of the energy of like this Tanzanite vibe with indium and crystal quartz. It brings mystical qualities to a higher understanding of one's metaphysical abilities. You are more powerful than you think. And that's why it's important to know, are we bringing mutual aid or mutual damage to each other? All right, very direct energy. So let's see, we got an oracle here, the umbrella. Ella, Ella, A. Look, it's like this wants to rain down. So don't protect yourself from these harsh truths. Mercury and Sagittarius, I'm sure some people might have want to clicked off when I was just reading that card. They're like, whatever, I don't want to hear a monologue, I can do what I want. On this channel, I just had that experience in a chat group with some people who were supporters on this channel, where someone was just like, they thought after they were nice for a while that they could just do a whole bunch of gaslighting, very appropriative, very cruel stuff towards, indigenous fam and stuff of that nature. And I was just like, do you realize who you're talking to? Like, no. And I'm telling you from my own experience, and I'm telling you from my own life, my own family, like, this is not okay, right? And I'm trying to explain and be patient, and we've already took a lot of stuff on the channel, a lot of microaggressions, and you just don't want to hear it because you think that you should be protected by emotions that other people should give you. You think you have this key, you think that you have some time frame. Well, past lives, and they literally posted a picture from an oracle deck that was a Native American person, and an image, a drawing, a rendering, or whatever, and we're like, no, because I've gotten this card, so I was Native in past life, so I'm allowed to say this, right? And when you say it, it sounds ridiculous, but yet that's what 95% at least of the new age so-called woke community believes, those kind of things, right? So major gaslighting. So it's like this rain is coming up. It's coming up under the umbrella. Spirit is like, we need you to hear this information and not, do that, well, the candle smoking again, and not say, well, I think I'm woke enough and I'm just too precious, like I'm too sensitive, I can't really hear this. No, I think I'm tired of seeing this bad news, it's too scary for me, I don't want to hear it. This is like, no, this is what you need to hear to be free. And we know that you can do, better than you are, as we all can, which is why we incarnated. We know that you have love in you. We know that you can find truer wisdom. We know that you have healing in you to give. But again, if a doctor won't take their full course to learn what is healing and what is creating sickness, they will put out bad medicine to other people. And right now, I'm going to be honest, the tarot reading communities as a whole, the healer communities as a whole, they're not healers. They're not, because there's so much damage and gaslighting and lies and appropriation and purposely keeping people in toxic cycles because it makes money, and because people just want to, you know, they just want to take, and they're disrespecting ceremonies and stuff. It's creating more illness, right, spiritually. So your spirit crew cares about you. They brought you to this reading to say, hey, it's okay to admit and acknowledge you need to learn. So in that experience with the person who did that, had they just listened and said, you know, because my response was like, you know, this is a very, you know, this is not okay, this, you know, comment you made, and then just say, you know, this is a very violent response that you're giving me in relation. So I'm trying to sit there, breathe through memories and very PTSD triggers, very real things of violence that I've gone through, and say, you know, this, you know, let me try to, you know, safely communicate these things to you. And this person just, you know, nope, my entitlement, my sensitivity, my gifts, this and that, and didn't want to respond. Now, had they just been like, oh wow, you know, I didn't know that, or you know what, I haven't really stopped and listened when people have told me that before, and you know, thank you for doing this emotional labor, or even just, you know what, I need to go sit with myself right now, and just paused and went and sat and reflected on the feedback they were given, it would have been a totally different situation, because I was actually very calm, and I was thinking, okay, this person has expressed that they want to reclaim, you know, different sides of their cultures, they want to decolonize. So let me, you know, if that is the goal, then I can sit and have these conversations. If you're saying I want to be a healer, then we can sit and talk about, because I've definitely made mistakes. You know, it's not easy going through being disconnected from our, you know, our spiritual selves, our ancestors, things of that nature, right? So you guys have the chance with this reading to pause, to take this key of the Hierophant, to not sit there and shield yourself from, you know, this cleansing rain, this cleansing information that you need to have that will help you get on your feet and be more active in a good way spiritually, that will help you move forward on your spiritual path, okay? And this whole thing isn't all the information. They're going to show you where they need you to break down, you know, break down and let it crumble, and let your heart open, let your spirit open to these different informations and medicines, okay? So let's see, we have the Ten of Swords rebirth. Yeah, look, it's not the end. Some of you said, no, I don't want to hear this message, but look, it's an eclipse. Eclipses aren't sugar sweet little things just because people want them to trend that way, okay? They're intense. This is saying no. You're still kicking right now, okay? You're still hearing this message, all right? You didn't just you know, you're still here. Is this thing on? Taps the mic. Ten of Swords reverse. This is Mercury, cardigan, Gemini energy. Okay, so this polarity, Gemini and Sagittarius. Now look at what happened in the US and with the person in office that we had. They were Gemini, Sag moon, Leo rising, okay? And look at the negative. They showed us the absolute negative sides of those energies and that access, right? So we're healing that. And this is bringing up different layers. So don't stop and say, okay, healed enough. Remember, keep healing. And again, these also look like sperms. So it looks like, you know, your descendants, you have your generations and generations and generations from ancestors that want to reclaim you, to reach through and say, hey, we knew a better way back in our day. Even if you come from the people who colonized in your particular country and area of the world, even if you are the ones who've gone through a lot of oppression, there is reconnection that's there, okay? That wants to be healing. And of course, this plays into our intimate life too, into romantic life, into our day-to-day life, because this is, you know, going to affect how we communicate with each other, how we try to form friendships, like in that example that I gave. Okay, let's see. Do we have another? Oh, we do have another tarot. The Queen of Cups reversed, okay? Yeah, so it's that Neptunian energy on the Mercury. Not allowing ourselves to be too much in our feelings, but to come out of that dramatic overly sensitive place. I'm water dominant. I'm a Pisces, if you guys don't know. So I feel you. I get it. Okay. It's with all compassion. I know we have to go through these processes if we really want to continue to be good healers. And you guys have that potential to continue on your path, just fine tuning and fine tuning. So your spirit cares, your heart cares, which is why you're hearing this message. And again, some of these things could be abuses that until this reading you had allowed against yourself. And now you're like, oh my gosh, you're right. I should put those boundaries up. I should be respected in these places. I should be able to have my closed ceremonies. I should, etc. Right? I should decolonize in these ways, which group 1 actually got the word decolonizing, but this is just so much of it here. All right, with the Queen of Cups reversed. Now you also got, I saw ahead to the cards here from our big deck. You got I love water. So like crying time is the reverse. So or the opposite of this card. So this could be that listen to the water signs. Okay, listen to emotion, not the emotion that excuses you, not that you're calling me out so I'm gonna cry, not that, oh, I'm gonna be overly caring to the point I don't stand up for things and I can't take action or I can't address the problem. This is not the crying time side, right? The kind of overwhelmed Alice in Wonderland crying herself into a river and not being able to make a decision or help herself, right? This is that active side, truly stepping into the empowerment of love. And you could have a water sign like myself coming through to help you with this process. You might have an experience of having Sagittarians, Geminis, or water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who are on the negative side of their energies in order to reflect that back to you and show, look, we don't want emotional manipulation. We don't want spiritual gaslighting. We don't want prejudices and, plays on words and things to help us manipulate and steal and keep people small, right? We want to go towards those higher energies. Okay, yes, we got mentee, which is when you're being mentored by someone. So spirit is mentoring you, okay? As much as you guys might be like, well, I've had a spiritual business for 35 years, da 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 da. Again, let's break it down. We can all go back to the Fool card. We can all relearn things. We can all unlearn things. And revamp ourselves and get to a better, healthier, truer, healing, more respectful vibration. So again, use that example of the privileged misogynist. Don't we want privileged misogynist person to, instead of saying, well, I've always been this way, and this is what that person I mentioned in my example said to me, I've always done it this way, so da, da, da. Imagine if you were dealing with a misogynist, okay, person, like let's say cisgender misogynist male vibration that we're trying to decolonize and get healing, right? As a vibration overall, right? It's been something we talk about, healing that vibration. Wouldn't you want them to not say, oh, well, I've treated women this way all my life, so I don't know why, at least I opened the door for you now, at least I stopped calling you beep 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 beep, so I don't know why you're telling me this is how I run my business, that's how my bar is, right? That's what my bar's theme is, so why should I have to change it for you? At least I put a sign, don't beat up and kill women around here, right? Isn't that enough? Right? That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? That's exactly how it sounds to oppressed people when they're telling you, stop doing this with my spiritual stuff and stop. This has been you only have this access because of genocide and you keep doing it. You say, oh no, we're a spiritual shopping center. No, well, at least we put the sign that what this one option we sold, it came from your res. Isn't that enough? Right? That kind of stuff, right? So it's just as absurd. So please, whenever you need to, when you're dealing with race relations, spiritual things, gender politics and stuff, use that example of like the privileged cisgender male who does not want to stop being a misogynist, because that helps put into perspective how the abuse is the same, even on different parallels. All right. We have neutral. I feel like the thing here is the neutral and blah. I feel like the thing here is that you're learning there is no neutral. Direct action is coming up because you can't just say, well, I'm going to be neutral because I'm, that's how I'm going to be a good person. It's not making you feel good to do that. You don't feel good when you do that, okay? You guys are meant to seek action. You're meant to do something about what you've been hearing. Love and water is active. Look at the river, look at the ocean. If they weren't, You know, the ocean will go in rages. It will cleanse the whole land. If they weren't active energies, they would be stagnant ponds. The whole world would just be, you know, just rot. So this idea of neutrality in your life right now isn't something that, you know, balancing point is good, right? Coming to a balancing point so you can mediate, so you can hear this message and say, okay, I can step back, look at the where these things apply, and even where I don't, because I think you guys are a group that you need to look at where you think they apply and then pull back the gaslighting or the spiritual bypassing and go even further to where they really, really apply to your life. But, you know, going to a balancing point so you can hear both sides so that we can learn, we can be detached, we can connect and everything is one thing. But just being like, well, I'm neutral, so I don't have to take action on anything, because that's how my identity comes, from pretending I'm this like neutral, you know, so-called Zen or whatever. And therefore I'm in stagnation. I'm not growing. I've forgotten my true healing energy, right? It's just a cover up from being burned out and kind of not caring anymore. And again, even that energy with the Queen of Cups reverse is a healer who is not in a healer space. She's putting out bad medicine and energy. She's not truly counseling or healing it at her full capacity, okay? So we're releasing from that. We have the trine. So water signs, all water signs could be very beneficial for you at this time. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, also signs that are trying your sun or moon. Trine means they're the same element. So any signs, like if you're an earth sign, earth, moon, or sun, then Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo could bring benefit or help you through this growth cycle. If you're air, sun, or moon, then Gemini, Libra, Aquarius can bring benefit or help in this growth cycle. If you're fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sag, the same, okay? Your movie here is Avatar, Book of Fire. So learning again, yeah, what is destructive, what is healing, how to find balance. I think there's a lot of anger in this group, okay? A lot of low key. And you might be like, no, I'm the chillest one. I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Your songs. Let's see what we got for your songs. We have Say Yes by Floetry, and we have Enjoy the Silence. So you guys, again, are really in between points and communicating, because that Mercury energy, your first card up here, was mercurial. So do you want to say yes more? And this one, they're saying, all you got to do is say yes. Spirit's like, it's not that hard to say yes. I can learn again. Yes, let me take action for good. Yes, let me stand up for myself. Yes, let me stand up for others. Yes, let me move forward on my projects and things of that nature. Let me be more honest and forward in my relationships. The other side says, oh no, enjoy the silence. Goodbye. Not talking to you, not doing this. Click off the video. All right, or I'm gonna watch the video and I'm not gonna like it or interact because you made me so mad. I don't know who you think you are, and the only power I feel I have is to shut down your voice. I don't feel like I have power, so I'm shutting down your throat chakra. I think that's something this group can do, right? It's also something that you've experienced, right? So I think, again, going to that balancing point, being neutral with each other here in this discussion for your reading, because you did come here for insight and healing, right? So we can go to that point with each other and others. Say, okay, let me be neutral for a moment. Are we in a place where we're trying to heal, where we can talk about these things? Or are we in a place where, nope, it's just going to be fighting and harming each other? And I think a lot of people in this group, you're realizing, whoa, I can actually talk about things, and it's not just for hurt or harm or violence, or, yeah, I'm going to get you before you get me, because how dare you say this and that, or you're just trying to hurt me and criticize me like my parents did. You don't actually care, so let me shut you down. You might be like, whoa. Some of you might be having epiphanies hearing this, like, I'm listening and I'm okay. Like, you're right, we can talk about these things and still see our potential for growth. And if we are heading towards growth, if that is our goal, and we're truly adjusting ourselves throughout, then we're okay, right? We're in a healing phase. We're doing direct action for ourselves. We're doing mutual aid. Okay? So you guys will have some decisions on when not to weaponize silence as a power move. Oh, I'm not going to show up to your movement because I feel like that I don't have attention and power then. And no one cares about me. I don't know how to speak up for myself. I don't know how to heal myself. So no, you don't get healed, right? That's everything from reviews on tarot decks, okay, to something major in our life, to talking to our partner, our spouse, our children, okay? Could we just say yes to spiritual growth and love? Could we just say yes to listening and understanding truly? Not because we need the position as being the healer therapist, because it's our role and that's the only way we know how to feel close to somebody, because we have to give our opinion and insight, right? Or can we do it truly to hear them, see what they need, let them be a full-fledged person, and then say yes to ourselves, authentically communicating so that we can have true growth and learning, okay? So we got some traveling cards because it's a Sagittarius season. We have Old World, Dublin, and room. So some of you say you're gonna stay in your room, baby. That's what you're gonna do. But you might decorate it. Some of you, the old world vibe. So it could be you're going to a city or country, or maybe you're living there, or connecting with somebody who look, zooming from your room to somebody who lives in a city or country that's still known to have an old world vibe. They might have a lot of antiquity, maybe TikTok. You're connecting to someone who's TikToking in, the ruins of Rome. I don't know. But there could be a lot of antiquity around them, and, kind of stuff that's just old. It could be Europe, y'all. Everything's old over there. But we have Dublin here too, so there could be a connection with an area that's known like Boston or something to have a lot of Irish influence, or it could be connecting with people from Dublin or Ireland, things of that nature. It could be, street names. It could be books that come through with these visual movies, songs, something going on with these regions, okay? Maybe you're connecting to your heritage and you're going way, way, way back to reclaim and connect with your ancestors and start that process. And instead of saying, well, I don't have access to that, I don't know, you're realizing, well, holy crap, that's probably what other marginalized, with marginalized people feel like when we say, well, go reclaim it. So instead of taking theirs, I'm going to go find mine and reclaim mine. All right, so thank you for that. Let's go ahead and get some fortune cards, and then we'll do some charms. These are really long readings, so thank you for sticking through, especially as this one has been, it's been some tough medicine. Let's see, let's get some fortune cards messages for the solar eclipse here on the new moon in Sagittarius 2020, or whenever they're watching it for these energies. Okay, we have an older woman, dealings or relationship with an older woman. And again, with old world here, I'm feeling that vibe that it could almost be like a city, a state, or even a boat that is personified as like a woman or like a person. So you know how they'll be like, oh, she is a beauty, or it reminds me of the Queen Mary in Long Beach. You could have some kind of connection going on there. We have April, so that could be someone's name, April, or there could be a connection to Taurus or Aries. There could be, a new year of some sort, whenever your new year is, whenever your new year are, guys. We do have cherry blossoms on here, so beginnings. Could be someone youthful as well, interacting with someone older. What's going on? Okay, sorry, this is acting weird. Yes, let's see what else we got. We have bird flying, news is on the way. It could be somebody, candles, you will be shown the way. So listen to what this candle was divining. It wanted to be so prominent in your reading. Group ones, their candle was just like, okay, do the reading. But yours was like, smoking at certain points, wanting to communicate. Again, the color blue was very big. You will be shown the way. And news is on the way. Some of you are going to be getting feedback about a candle working you did, some kind of spell work that you did. I said take from the top. We have a man, dealings or relationship with a man. So some of you are an older feminine identified person who is dating maybe a younger man or somebody. Yeah, I just get the feeling of maybe a little bit younger than you. Maybe you haven't really dealt with this person for a while, and you're going to find out some information. You could hear something through the grapevine, as they say, so through somebody else or this person. Like, look at how they just naturally formed a circle. There could be this person coming back around, and see how that goes. This can also be a Leo, time to act. It could be someone who has a child that is a Leo as well. They could be a little bit aggressive. Yeah, we have great personal sorrow. So this could have been a person, you might be like, that Leo. This could be a person who's caused a lot of trauma so far, okay? But we also have money coming to you. Tarot's like, but money. So yes, you could have this interaction with this person coming back around. Maybe some of you, you're like, yeah, I need it. I did a candle work to get the money from the Leo. That's what I needed. You should accept ooh, okay. You should accept valid criticism. I'm going to put that up close. So if you made it this far in the reading, it actually says that on the card. Thank you for listening and staying through. I appreciate that growth. Bull, plenty of material things. So you're going to have your blessings. You're going to have money coming in. You're going to have plenty of blessings. If you were worried about making it through the winter, maybe you have, you know, it's just rough in the winter, or there's like, you know, a lot of, after the holidays, a lot of businesses have a dip into like spring or something. So if that's the case, I feel like you will get, as long as you stay active, again, very active, I think you will get through this time and make it through till spring. But maybe you do have a seasonal job. Fear, worries, intense situations. So yeah, listen to the criticism. It will help you get rid of fears and worries and avoid being in the tense decisions and situations where you feel like you always have to be ready to, like, I'm gonna stab you before you stab me kind of vibe. Okay, but someone new is coming into your life, and this is going to be somebody who could be tied to family matters. They're a really, really good person. They have a really good heart. They could have Scorpio in their chart, sun or moon, or anywhere in their chart, sun, moon, rising, Venus. Yeah, this is going to be a really good person. They could be somebody who is, this could be somebody who is transgender. It could be someone who's non-binary. It could be somebody who, like has like he, him, they pronouns, or it could be somebody who is, you wouldn't expect to have such healed, nurturing, divine masculine energy to them, okay? And again, we do have Leo energy there, Scorpio placements, and there could be Pisces, Aries. So we have Aries cards twice and Pisces. So spring is going to, the end of winter and spring is going to be very significant for you. So don't have pride when you have this good person come through. There's a lot of you, there's a tale of two Leos. One of them is just like divine, loving, amazing. And one of them has been two-faced and not a healthy person to interact with. We do have all, you know, all gender identities here on the table. So you guys will be needing to figure out which one is successful, which bridge to cross, which one to burn. Okay, trust yourself with this decision, but be where it says listen to criticism and good feedback is so you can be a good friend to yourself as well, and not be like a kind of a two-faced friend to yourself. Because sometimes when we're in those funks and we want to feed our negative cycles, we will only take the information, will only resonate with that sabotaging part of ourselves, what the saboteur wants to hear, right? And then we're like, man, I played myself later on. Like, why did I sit there and try to interpret things in that way and pretend this was the right option for me? I knew better, right? So you guys have the ability to be a really good friend to yourself and to choose the option that actually really works, okay? Yeah, dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. So I do feel like you'll have good friends around you who will be telling you the truth. They'll let you know when something's an unsuccessful plan, like you shouldn't tie the knot, that's not the one, or this ain't working, you know, we need to undo this and try again, that kind of thing. Be open to that, but also just seeing yourself more up close and realizing that, okay, I'm doing it. I'm really ready for these major changes, and I'm going to allow myself to heal. You might be seeking forgiveness or having to forgive others to make these big leaps of faith, because it's saying, you know, there's been discords among family and friends. So you're going to at least be doing your part, okay? Caterpillar, you said things will not always be this way. A change is coming, okay? So please be encouraged. There's been misunderstandings. There's been bad decisions. I feel like some of you, you know, like, yes, man, I've been being messed up. Can someone help me? Make me stop. All right. And some of you, it's just been a little funk. It might have been you just had an attitude today and the spirit was like, all right, we're going in. We're going in on this reading. But it's all right. You know, we make it through it. Like I said, as long as we're truly healing and ready to move forward, we can do so. All right, let's get some charms. I did not expect this reading to be as it was, but thank you for hearing the messages. This is going to be loud for a minute. Eclipse, new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius, 2020, or whenever they're viewing. Charms, please, for the group that chose Creamsicle. For the group that chose Creamsicle. Okay. Okay. So you guys could be having some important documents that you're signing. We have Egyptian jasper, which is also calligraphy jasper. Some of you might be artists and work with your hands. You work with penmanship. Some of you could be going back to traditional arts. Maybe you tried digital arts and that wasn't for you. Or some of you will be finding a way to use digital arts and kind of an ancient technique, which will be really badass, okay? I'm seeing loop. Oh, Lupe. Someone could be named Lupe. You could be, or you could feel like you're going through loops or jumping through hoops for someone. Maybe there's a Sag, Aries, Scorpio combo. Someone who has a mix of those placements who has been making you jump through the loops. There's also some Leo right here. Okay, this could be a person coming back. So that is possible. We could have Lacey, Nancy, Penelope coming through here as well, or any names that start with N. N-U-P. We have Cancer energy here. Again, we have Leo. Yeah, once again, we have kind of a more male identified Leo and a more feminine identified Leo. We have Sagittarius here. We have Aquarius here. We have a lot of love. Oh, look, we have learning. You guys really and truly are in a learning process. You're going to spiritual school for higher education. You're like, man, this is wild. You could also be going to, maybe you're teaching yourself or going back to some actual school. Okay, some of you, you could be homeschooling because we have Cancer here, or you could be it could just be through your children that you're teaching. Some of you are traveling. Some of you will be going to somewhere on the continent of Africa. That could be very possible here with the African turquoise, with some travel here. Some of you are reclaiming your own spiritual heritage, or you will be releasing some appropriation to the, that you've been doing of African practices, African traditional religions, African American or diaspora practices. Okay, so thank you so much for hearing us and hearing these messages. Again, some of you are writers. You're going to continue on your writing journey. I'm getting what's up. Okay. Some of you are stepping into your sacral chakra power, and that's going to be super amazing, super creative. Someone has their heart on their sleeve for you. Okay, it could be a Leo coming back, or the Leo, Sag, Aquarius could be in their chart. Yeah, they definitely have their heart on their sleeves. There could be a Cancer who's not telling you, but I think the Leo, Aries, Sag is going to let you know. They're going to come forward. They could be a trip away, and that's why they've never said anything. We have people who could be watching your lives if you're streaming. Okay, they could be watching you. Again, they could be watching you from a distance. All right, so that is what I see in your charts. For those of you who chose Creamsicle Seashell, please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. All right, so let's see who we have next to do. I'm going to go ahead and do red calcite. Red is definitely a color for you because I also grabbed the red candle to burn. Each group has had a different candle over here. So we have red going for you, and yeah, so tap into those energies. Definitely the most fiery part. Maybe you're feeling the Mars and Aries aspecting to this whole configuration, this constellation, this transit, more than the other energies. Okay, so check into that energy and what it means in your traditions for you. We're gonna go ahead and get these other cards here. Make sure. Okay. Picking up the wrong pile. Sorry, I put the last pile back on the wrong one. So, oh, I can see already. Okay, once we get to one of your cards, I know what part of the red energy can be. Okay, so let's get your card. We've had one big tarot card for each group. We have the Knight of Cups, the love song, Q311. Whenever I'm alone with you, you make me feel like I am whole again. So this could definitely be, yes, oh, it said, keep singing. However far away, I will always love you. No matter how long it takes, I will always love you. I will always love you. Something of that nature. Y'all might have got a few wrong. I haven't heard it from a while. I like the version with Matisse Yahu on it. Yes, we have Venus energy here, Neptune energy. Neptune is also aspecting Mercury and the moon and everything right now in the solar eclipse with the new moon in Sag. And Jupiter rules both Pisces and Sagittarius. And so that energy of Pisces here, Neptune here, we have Cancer energy as well. It can be Scorpio as well since it's a general read here. And we have Venus in water, so Venus in Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. So there could definitely be some deep affection. I'm also getting Capricorn and Leo moon, okay? This person, there could have been someone that you had a short history with that wants to come back, okay? They have designs on you. They could have been much more sensitive than they had let on in the past, or they finally learned how to break through to like their water energy and their sensitivities, and they're kind of raising a glass to you. Maybe a lot of this was due to their experience with you, and you had to kind of like emotionally kind of nurture them, mother them, parent them into this breakthrough. And then they kind of learned, okay, I need to get on this next level. I need to stand on my own 2 feet when it comes to romantic and emotional pursuits, and not always try to entangle everybody up together, okay? So you could be having someone that is an artist, or someone who's actually declaring some love for you, creating some kind of content for you, somebody who is thinking about you as they do their ceremonies, their spiritual pursuits, their prayers, things of that nature. For some of you, someone could have done a love spell. So if you are if you were already wondering and feeling that, this is a yes. They could have you in some kind of sweetening work, or whatever would be their traditions to kind of try to, draw a lover. Some people, do a little knot charm or something. Some people make a little talisman, whatever it is. Some people do an offering to some kind of mother goddess, or maybe a lunar or Venusian kind of deity, or a muse or something. So that's definitely possible. I think in the past, this person maybe thought that this connection would be just for amusement. Maybe you guys had a deeper sense and connection that was there, but for some reason they were in the habit of treating connections as amusement, or they thought that you would see them just as amusement, okay? Now, for some of you, you're saying, well, I've never really had connections like that. So really what it is for you is more of you feeling an old love from the past that was a past love, or you just kind of have that, your soul loves love connections and you've done it before, so you're like, oh, I want one of those again. And so you could be actually a little bit snobby and uppity when it comes to allowing, or should we say choosy lover, Leah, okay? You could be a little bit particular about who you let into love. You could have Virgo moon, Scorpio moon, Capricorn moon, and so you just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm, older than the people around me when it comes to love. I feel like, you guys might feel like I'm young, but I feel like I'm more mature than people who've been married for 10 years when it comes to love and insight that I have. Maybe you guys are readers or healers or artists, and you end up giving people way beyond your age or your pay grade advice on things that you feel like, don't you guys know this? So as much as you're learning and you're a student of love, you definitely have just an innate wisdom for it. And if you haven't yet broken into that side of yourself, you're going to more and more. And it doesn't mean you don't make seemingly mistakes, because part of love is giving tries and a little bit of trial and error, and swimming in those circles. And if you really connect with love deities, you will know that, because they're like, oh, heartbreak's part of the gambit, like, let me just I gotta love at all costs, okay? So major love energy with a spiritual connection as well here. Let's see what crystal you got. We have Lepidocrocite, Lepidocrocite, that was right. So this is like crocite and lepidolite together. Practical and methodical, lepidocrocite approaches spirituality in a tangible way, grounding practices back to earth while staying connected to source energy. A great crystal for teachers or anyone who wishes to pass down spiritual teachings. So some of you could be getting initiated in your spiritual lineage at a very young age, okay? You could be, for instance, for some, I do see, I'll go ahead to one of your words, for some of you that are truly indigenous, okay? You cannot appropriate if you are not an indigenous or native person or a black person, or when I'm talking about those cultures, it is not for you, okay? May it repel you and upon your own head if you're coming here to try to create that violence. See group 2, I suggest. But those of you in a good way, okay? We have Sagittarius here. You're doing the proper side of Sagittarian energy, seeking the higher mysteries and things of what is appropriate for you. This could be that you are getting like water ceremony. You could be doing some kind of, you could be learning, the different sacred dances, fire keeping, something of that nature, or whatever would be appropriate to your services, your ceremonies. Some of you, if your tradition does like baptisms, or if your tradition does some kind of initiation ceremony, or you're ready to go deeper into that. Okay. The Pediocrite values tradition and educates without judgment, sharing wisdom for humanity's highest good. The Pediocrite helps with committing to your life's purpose, staying focused on the tasks at hand, and taking action in order to make progress. Each day you are one step closer to your dreams. Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Sagittarius. So this says, where it's talking about without judgment, that means that this is not going to be a critical or kind of cruel spiritual mentor that you have. Okay, so it's saying it's for humanity's highest good, which means, again, no appropriation. And I don't do that on my channel. It's just, it doesn't make sense. I would never give a message that's like, yeah, go appropriate. But open-hearted, grounded, a teacher. So this teacher is not going to be a judging one. They're not going to be, something mean and critical. You might need that reminder that, hey, I'm learning, so I might not always get told the answer I want, but everything is coming from love, and I can trust that I can open up in my sacred space to learn from my healing teacher, okay? From my elder, whoever it is. It also means that love and the spiritual forces that be are choosing who is doing what in ceremony, when you are in true ceremony, okay? Again, true ceremony going on here. So try to keep the ego out of it. If you're like, oh man, like, I wish that I could have been the one to carry the herbs, or to, do the song at this sacred prayer, or whatever it is. Remember, Spirit says, hey, the ancestors are spiritual forces, work in their own way. It's with love and without judgment that they are calling who is best at that moment to give that medicine for that ceremony. So when you're in ceremony, you have to suspend, even our human ego, and just go like, how can I be of service? How can I be my best highest self? How can I, think when I'm in ceremony, I always think about this moment could be eternal. This could be an energetic moment that's so strong that other psychics and readers centuries later could pick up on the ceremony we're doing on this land or whatever. So how can I be in a very good way? How can I really do what is needed for me to do? And how can I really listen to whoever is leading the ceremony, or the elders, or whatever's going on? Okay, so you guys will be learning things like that and having those memories out of love. Okay, some of you do have power of song, power of dance, creative artistic power, and that's gonna want to come forward even more. Okay, we have here the soul. Look at this. Okay, the soul. Some of you need to go back to your traditions and get your ceremony. Okay, you might have been putting off this could be like a bar bat mitzvah. This can be like a quinceañera. This can be anything that traditionally holds love and like a spiritual connotation, and a some kind of benchmark for your people. Okay, something that your soul came down and has been in this soul family for a reason, has been in the soul lineage for a reason. Contrary to a lot of popular marketing, it's not like our souls just randomly just go and pick whatever peoples they want to be in and just hop around, just grab it and take whatever they want from it, whoever, right? Like, oh, it's not appropriate, and it's not really violence because I'm gonna be you next lifetime. That's not really how it works, right? A lot of people stay for very long, strong generations, and in more modern times, we were kind of popping around a lot, but we have very strong lineages, right? And so it feeds your soul to get these medicines to reconnect in this way. It can be something that helps you, again, these older lifetimes where there was love and affection and respect to who your peoples are, where they came from. And so your soul feels like, oh, I'm safe when I get that ceremony. I remember when I first had these ceremonies years ago, you know, and that's why I came back to this lineage. So even if you're disconnected, if you're reclaiming, you don't know your language, you don't know your you know, the love stories of your deities, you don't know and remember every single root and flower and, you know, body of water that used to be there on your traditional lands. When you try to heal it, you're healing the physical world, you're carrying knowledge on. Please, please, please try to reclaim your languages and things. I know it can be painful in so many ways because it's like unpacking the violence done, right? But please, please do so. And it's healing to your soul, and it's preparing you to be a good teacher, a good ancestor for those who will come after, whether they're your own children or not. Okay, we have descendant. Oh my gosh, I just said descendants. This is actually an astrological point in the natal chart. So the descendant is the 7th house cusp. It is the exact opposite of the ascendant. So if your ascendant is in Aries, as is the traditional natal chart, your descendant will be in Libra and the exact degree as your ascendant, but in the polar opposite sign. If you're a Taurus rising ascendant, you are a Scorpio descendant in your 7th house. So descendant energy is necessary, but descendant is, it's a public house, but it's our personal one-on-one relationships as well. So marriage partners, our business partners, things of that nature. Okay, is where we kind of do a little PR for what can happen in our reputation houses of our ascendant and our 10th house, our midheaven. So your descendant is very important. You can be meeting people who connect with your descendant energy and really are helping you develop your relationship side of yourself. Your movie is Brown Sugar. So there could definitely be music. There could be artists finding each other again. If you guys knew each other when you're younger, this person could be coming back to you. This could be someone that you had significant birthdays, ceremonies, that kind of thing with. Artistic epiphanies, spiritual epiphanies with this person. They could be coming back around. Let's see. Oh, we got some tarot hidden in here that I forgot to pull out. We have the World card. And death. So we have Capricorns and Scorpios being very, very prominent for you. We have picked up their energy here. Leo energy, Taurus energy, Aquarius as well. Yeah, full circle. I'm feeling you guys get a taste of success and a taste of good relationships and a taste of good spirituality and a taste of like good health, and then you're like, okay, let me tear down everything else that's in my way. You know how we imagine like if I won the lottery then I would totally transform my life? This is that vibe. It's like if I get this taste of what it is like to be healthy, what it is like to be loved, supported, right? Love song, to be recognized in my relationships, then I'm gonna blossom and do it all. So some of you get very supported in when you let people be very, very close to you. Maybe some of you are like, oh my gosh, this reading started out with love. I just wanted to hear career stuff. Could we get on with it? You know, you could have the eclipse hitting your 7th house or your 10th house here. We did mention the 1st house as well, so it's possible. But it's big changes. It's kind of changing your public view with the descendant in the world, like in your midheaven and your 7th house coming up here. So part of that is shattering illusions of yourself. You could have kept yourself in a little bubble. This is how I am. This is how I think I am in relationships. And the eclipse is like, nah, honey, boom, bam, explode. This is how you are in relationships. A lot of times when I see people, descendant, I'll describe, you know, how they act in relationships. And they're like, nah, that's my partner. My partner does that. And I'm like, the 7th house is our partners and qualities of our partners that we want. But it's also how we are in relationships. It's that mirroring quality, right? The balance of the scales of Libra that we need. So here, let me do it with both hands. The balance of the scales. So you guys could be having some big transformations there, and kind of just accepting and recognizing the cycles of life. Some of you are going to be like, fine, so I'm getting a little bit older. It's not a big deal. I can still fall in love. I can still, you know, grow spiritually. I can still do my arts. I can still, you know, excel in my career. Some of you are getting ready to move into your Saturn return with Saturn going into Aquarius, and one of the biggest conjunctions here with Jupiter that's happened in centuries on winter solstice. Some of you are going to be coming out. You said, oh, Finally, you'll be coming out of your Saturn return if you've had Saturn in Capricorn, and you're gonna be feeling free at last. Okay, you're just gonna be feeling so happy. But those changes are lasting. Okay, a lot of you through 2020 right now and through 2021 are gonna have a lot of changes, effects coming from this eclipse, and they are going to be permanent ones. Like you're shedding that skin. This is traditionally a snake on here, and then we have Scorpio shedding it. You're gonna be done. Some of you had a significant loss, and that is, you know, someone could have passed, and I'm sorry for that. This is saying their soul is still with you, and you're going to be guided by that. It is a bigger effect than you may have noticed right now. Maybe you're like, well, that was a distant relative, or I didn't really know that person anymore. But you're going to recognize how much they impacted your life, but you're also going to still feel them near. Some of you could also be very affected by someone prominent, whether in the news or, you know, because of how they died, or whether it was a prominent figure, a celebrity, or some kind of leader that passed away, and you feel them around you. You might feel that they channel through, connect with you with music and art and things, and I feel like that is something that's really opening up, and a very real portal that you're experiencing at this time. Okay, let's see what else we have. Let's look at our cards. We have Indigenous. Please pay respects and keep up on what's going on with Indigenous peoples here in the States and in your areas in the South States. So there could be some things to pay attention to. We still have pipelines going down. We still just have violence and harm everywhere. This could also be in southern countries or the southern hemisphere. This also goes into, and this is all Indigenous people. Okay, I don't do colorism with Indigenous people. So this is like, you know, Black folks are Indigenous people, okay, that were kidnapped from their land and taken elsewhere. Okay, just like, so anyways, let me just stop. Let's stop there for now. But this is around the globe. Let's pay attention what's going on. Let's continue to be protectors of our natural resources and our Indigenous people who are protecting. Okay, look out for us, y'all. So southern states, southern hemisphere, southern countries, southern part of the city, the south side, that kind of vibe could be something that's coming up significant for you. We have palms. You guys could have healing hands. You could also be doing palmistry, because this is coming up opposite the oracle. So it could be time for you to get your palms read. Look into your palmistry. Okay, let's see, for travel, you did get the World card, so you guys could be permanently moving to another place. So again, that could be hinting to the south. We have Greece. We have Colorado. We have ocean views. Let's see. These are all the songs. Okay, so yeah, it could be Greece or something connected to something Greek, or an area where there's, you know, prominent Greek culture, architecture, peoples. You know, if they've settled there, if it's a different country, there could be Colorado. I don't know what to say about that. Mountains and weed. And more decolonizing that needs to be happening in Colorado. Ocean views. Okay, that's funny because I talked about a celebrity that has passed that was a leader that could be significant in ocean views. That's Nipsey. That's one of my favorite songs by him. So that energy he has, and that, so that could be something that you guys are connecting to. And again, water, protect the water. Okay, so we have songs. In Love with Another Man by Jasmine Sullivan. Stickin' by Sinead Hartnett, Masago, and Von Jess. So you could be in love with someone else but still sticking with who you're with. Okay, we have Love You Better. Do you think I meant to hurt you? No. Do you think I meant to hurt you? So let's laugh together, cry together. God willing, we gonna die together. I shouldn't have said that much because I hope they don't copyright me, because you can't even try to half talk something, they'll try to copyright it. But LL Cool J, we can have some Capricorn energy or some Pisces over here. We got UNITY by Queen Latifah. You got this whole, all of your songs are like, you could be in love with someone else but with one person. Are you going to love them? Are you going to stay connected to them? Are you going to stay in unity with them? Are you going to put up your boundaries with them, let them know how to talk to you, how to treat you? Like, you guys should have a checklist. If someone's not treating you accordingly, it's understandable that you look on Ghost, okay, on your Jaden Smith Or, you know, this person could feel that way. They could feel like, hey, have you been treating me accordingly? Okay. So we could have maybe this Knight of Cups is coming back and you're already with somebody and you're like, I love you. Like, oh my God, I can't believe this Knight of Cups. This person's coming back to me with Knight of Cups energy. But I got to stay unified with the person who's loved me better now. And I love me better now. So I might be in love with you, but I'm going to, you know, stick with my partner. So there's some big themes of this that you're going to have to be figuring out in relation to the cycles of this eclipse over the next months, okay? Let's get some fortune cards and then we'll do some crystals. For those who chose red calcite, here are the passion. Could be some anger too. You might be frustrated, like, yeah, of course they want to come back now. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Okay, could be both. There could be Pisces, very significant and very fortuitous for you. Quill, get back to the basics. Some of you need to get back to your creative writing. Some of you are songwriters. Okay, I feel you. Shout out to my fellow songwriters. I just had a reader read me about needing to do get back into it because you know, you've sacrificed and prioritized other things, but whew. Yeah, a journey either physically or mentally, okay? We have a quill, we have a carriage, we have goldfish. You might be needing some transportation. We have weeping willow. So again, that's Pisces, the willow tree. Family sorrow. So there could be a Pisces in your family could need some love or in your friend group. Dolphin, oh my gosh, Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. We have a handshake here. Meeting a stranger could be important. Financial gain usually coming from something you did in the past. That Knight of Cups could be a Pisces coming back. February, which is Aquarius or Pisces. So wow, yeah, if you guys might be needing to write and reconnect. Ooh, that almost looks like marriage if this is blocked. You might have been sad because somebody had gotten engaged or married, and maybe this is the person who is going to be reconnecting with you because now they are actually single and that connection didn't work out, and you'll be hearing back from this person. Yeah, there could be, it says pay attention to your health. Pay attention particularly to your feet and your lungs with these energies here, and your mind, your mental health. You know, if you're exhausted. I was getting fertility here with the fish and the dolphin, and we have stork, so there could be news of a birth, someone being pregnant. Could definitely be a Pisces. Could also be an Aquarius, or it could be that the child would be born a Pisces or an Aquarius, or that you hear about the pregnancy in February during Pisces or Aquarius season. Could also be business coming for sure with these connections here. A perched bird waiting for news. You said now I'm gonna be waiting for that news. Waiting for the news to come through, waiting for a package or letter. Some of you are waiting for a verdict, like in courts or something. It could, yes, you could feel like, or you're waiting to hear back, like you submitted something. It could be your song work. It could be something like home. It could be something about a car, a co-signer, and you're waiting to hear back. Let's see. Affairs with your family. Maybe, yeah, maybe your family has to sign off on something too. It's gonna be lucky. It could be maybe again for your home. You're trying to get a car. You're trying to relocate. You're trying to get a job that would work better hours for you. You're trying to get different housing, or you're trying to get better insurance or something, or for your, you know, for your health and things. So this is going to go well. Whatever you're seeking, this agreement, some new contract here. We got scales, the quill, and we got the 4-leaf clover. So that's going to go really well. You'll find the right person. So if you keep getting told no, find the right person who will give you the yes, okay? Problems resolved with the ink pot with the quill. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for y'all. Someone will gossip about your secrets. So you might be afraid, well, I don't want people to know I'm going through this. I don't really want to say something, but they're like, look, you better sing out what you need, okay? There could be someone near the dragon that's very significant for you. But go ahead and put that out there. You have the endurance to persevere and overcome these concerns. Your water energy really gets you through this parched time of all this fire. Your sacral chakra power is very powerful. You will have endurance if you are carrying a child, if you're going through fertility concerns, if someone else is carrying your child for you. Congratulations to all those bringing precious children into the world. You will have the ability to get through that tough time. You have spiritual guidance around you, so stay encouraged with that. Climbing towards success here. And the shield, but you need to defend yourself, but you're protected, okay? Shield yourself. It's like keep climbing up the ladder and shield your butt with as you're going, okay? And ooh, we haven't had this one yet. Tongue out. You have a secret admirer. They say keep pulling, keep pulling. So this could be somebody who is a fair woman, and they could have blonde, gray, white, or dyed hair. So they could have bleached their hair in order to dye it, like that kind of dyed hair. Okay. We also have a man, dealings or relationships with a man. It could also be, so you have multiple admirers. You have someone who's feminine identified that could have light eyes, light hair, dyed hair, and you have somebody who has heartache over what they no longer have. Okay, for some of you, this person's had long hair before. They could have curly hair. They could have had twisted their hair, locked their hair. They could have had dyed or streaked their hair. They could have man bun their hair. Okay, their hair was a thing. That could be a Leo. Have some Leo in their chart because their hair has been a thing. Oh my God, a bow. Not the bow. Okay, they definitely be doing stuff with their hair. They said it'd be looking cute though, talking about us in this reading, okay? Look, they said someone said, give me back my ring, talking about my hair. And we got the heart. This could definitely be a Leo. Touchy, gosh. Lightning, we have Aquarian energy too. Control your anger or be sorry. Yes, this is someone who's temperamental. They're very temperamental. They could have Aries, Aquarius, Leo, 11th house placements, 5th house placements, 1st house placements. Okay. There's someone who struggled with their finance a bit. For those of you who've had financial pinch going on, especially if you're a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you'll be getting through these times. You might be an Aquarius as well. Keep doing your spiritual practices. Work your candle. Again, I used a red candle for yours, so look to your traditions of what you use red candles for. You're going to have information that will come through to help you with these financial pinches going on, and any little angry lobsters trying to stop up your good fortune, even if it's yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into your charms. Time is flying by as I'm doing this. It's gonna be the longest video, y'all. I hope I can export it. It might be too long. Okay. Knock on wood. Help me, fairies. Okay, we're gonna do charms. They're gonna be a little loud. So charms for those who chose Calcite for the solar eclipse here. Scorpio 2020 or whenever they're watching. Or Sagittarius, new moon is set. Let me do that again. I said Scorpio. Ooh, you guys might be feeling things from the last from a Scorpio new moon or a Scorpio eclipse. You might have themes. Alright. Sagittarius eclipse. There we go. Sagittarius eclipse for those who chose red calcite. I knocked one of my obsidians. I said Scorpio instead, and I knocked an obsidian down. So you guys could definitely be dealing with someone who has strong Scorpio placements, okay? Or it could be in your 8th house that this is happening, or maybe you have yeah, something with your Scorpio placements. Maybe you're like have some placements that are in Sagittarius in the cusp of Scorpio, so you're feeling that side of things. Mars, which is very active in this configuration, this transit, is in Aries right now, but it's a sibling, you know, it has sibling signs. So Mars anciently rules Scorpio as it rules, you know, Aries that it's currently in. So you could be feeling a scorpionic side of the Mars connection to this eclipse. All right. Some of you are trying to lose weight, or you have lost weight. You're trying to balance your health. Some of you are also trying to gain. Okay, you want to pack on some muscle. You want to have endurance with your body. You want to have some strength going on with yourself. Spirit hears that. They're going to try to bring you the right information for your body to be healthy, but don't rely on them. We have Capricorn here. You need to do some hard work. Okay, we have your butterfly. You can have that glow up. Some of you, they're saying, okay, it's been years. It's been years. You've been not doing things that you wanted to achieve. And you need to do it. For those of you who are my melanated, you know, African descended folks in all your gorgeous glory, pay attention to things that we are at higher risk for in health. Okay, pay attention to that, because you know we don't get the medical opportunities we should, or the healthcare we deserve in a lot of places around the world. So pay attention to that. Okay, Spirit wants to highlight that specifically because I got that charm. Also, for those of you who are from England and London particularly, you might need to watch as well. In this case, I'm getting more dehydration. I'm also getting a sense of smog. Okay, so we have health. We got H here. Health is coming up for you guys, all right? Especially if you're a Leo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Or against Scorpio. These are very, very important messages for you for some reason, okay? So look out. They said, hey, you said give us a heads up. So we're giving you a heads up about it. It's time to check it out. Some of you that are connected to, yeah, okay, either way, they said anybody. You guys could be having dry skin. You could have something like eczema. I'm hearing echinacea too as I say that, so maybe that's something that can help or be of aid to you. Check with what works for you. But yeah, some of you are dealing with very, very dry skin, irritated patches. Again, there's this Aries kind of energy that's here. We did have the red calcite and the red candle. So you could be having something in your body where your body's too acidic. Your body is feeling too much fire energy, too much like, yeah, Pitta and Ayurvedic kind of vibe, which I'm, you know, I'm not schooled in all of Ayurveda, but I have learned a few little things that I've really appreciated. So check into maybe someone who is a true practitioner of those traditions that can help you, or whatever would be like holistic medicine, true holistic medicine, not trendy, I want to open a new age thing, but really going, I feel like some of you might have someone who works like Chinese medicine, or, you know, things of that nature that you know and trust, that is, you know, you can go and get your health care, okay? And balancing that with whatever else. But yeah, there's some, especially for those of you who are coming out of the lineage of folks from like England, or it could be, you know, Europe, since it's a more general read, that particular part of the UK there. Look out for blockages, okay? Some of you, you know that you have something going on with your blood. You could have low blood pressure, high blood pressure, some kind of blockage, or you have, yeah, like someone, it's like your circulation cuts out very easily in your legs or feet. This could be, and this is not just if that's your location, but that's also that if it's your physical lineage from there. They're talking that way, so that's how I'm going to give you the reading, y'all. Pay attention to that. You might have swelling, again, cracking, dryness, things of that nature. Pay attention, okay? You guys might go through a period where you want to cover your third eye. Please do so in a way that's not appropriative to other cultures. You know, looking at you, Gwen Stefani, bindis are not for everyone, but but in your traditions, you might be wanting to cover your head, and that is very significant. Rosh. Covering your head, yeah. It could be through your spiritual downloads. You might not want to go out during this eclipse energy. Hopefully this will be posted today. Maybe that's in your ancient traditions, but I'm seeing the horns here from Taurus and Capricorn, keeping your head covered. He has a hat on his head as he's going. You might have a kippa, something yarmulke, something of that nature, whatever are your traditions for covering your third eye or your head to be respectful. We even have this bat energy that rules, and the spider. Those are both two creatures that are so sensitive in their crown chakra, which you got right next to them, that it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I can feel this. Look, I can feel when spiders are around. I can feel their energy like tingling on, like, you know, if your hairs stand up on your back, and you, like, if your hairs are up and you kind of brush them like how it's like tingly, that's how it feels on my crown when there's like a spider around. It's like they just have such a strong psychic energy signal that they send out. And there's a similar vibe for like bats, and I think that's why we get the heebie-jeebies with certain creatures like that. Someone said, click it off, is because they have this like third eye crown chakra way of communicating. I also get that with deers. I've always said this multiple times, but if I'm driving down the road, I can tell when there's a deer, even if they're in the trees or whatever, even like a mile away, because I feel them. It's like they send out that signal, and you can, like, just that antler connection. So that true crown, third eye, you know, your lit crown of whatever your traditions are. There's a hat there too. There's a helmet here. Helmets are significant. Masks are significant traditionally. So look into what that means for you. We have High, H-Y. It could be someone who has a nickname High. Their name could be Highland or something of that nature. Maybe Hollywood and Highland is significant for someone. Some kind of crossroads that have been blocked, that you've been trying to climb higher in, and you've been wanting some kudos or some acknowledgement. It could come once you don't hide anymore. Okay, Hyde Park could be a thing. Once you adjust yourself to get yourself to the physical form that you want, take care of yourself better. instead of just kind of looking for the from the sidelines and saying, hey, that could be me if XYZ. So you're encouraged to put in the work. We have Taurus and Capricorn. You're not getting it without hard work. I'm sorry. I gotta tell you, whether it's the relationship, whatever it is, there's a lot of artists in this group. Let me pull a little more. They say you're not getting it without hard work. You got to own up to your gifts. Own up to the levels of your gift. Okay, we have L. Hild. Is that like a sword? Like you got to do the work to pull the sword from a stone. We have the camera here. We have fairies. Hard work. Yeah, you got to work up to get. It's reminding me of Black Truck by Mariba, where she's like, I'm going to work up to that. Like, I'm going to buy me a all black truck. I'm going to do this and that. But you got to, look, we got the bicycle here. So you still pedaling, okay? But we have that B. You see who you can be. You know who you are, okay? Climbing upwards to who you want to be. There's Aquarius and Leo energy here. You could be getting messages from an Aquarius or Leo. There could be an Aquarius or Leo who wants to travel to you at this time, or who has a quick opportunity. You got to go. Like when they say it, go. Go now. Let's go. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Okay. Couldn't get it out with these nails. So let's see. If you chose the spiral seashell, we're making it to the end of this glorious, long, juicy video. It's taking hours. I hope you guys are having a great time with this eclipse. I hope that I was able to upload this during the eclipse. Hopefully it doesn't take all day. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your cards. We got the last pile here. You have the 5 of Wands reversed. For those of you who chose the spiral seashell, Saturn in Leo, strife, 5 of Wands reversed. Okay, so you guys, look, this person's holding what they think is nurturing, but could also be a Molotov cocktail. There's hazardous materials, there's like cacti, there's axe, double-edged, and this person is realizing that they have done a lot of this harm and violence to themselves. They couldn't smudge it away with smudge that maybe they shouldn't have used. Who knows? Do they even know how to do it? Do they, it's like they didn't know. What am I doing? What am I doing? So some of you have been feeling like that, and you're going to realize the ways to get out of your own way. You're going to realize just that energy click where you're like, you know what? You're not an obstacle for me. Like, you're just, the haters can't touch me kind of vibe, because if I stop being my own hater, I really don't give your hate credence. Like, I don't give it this power over me, and I don't know why I did. Some of you might have Saturn in Leo. Saturn in Leo generation, definitely, I've always, been friends with people older than me, and all different ages, y'all. Really, really old. The elders old too. So I have experience with a lot of different generational placements, and with Saturn and Leo, they're definitely a group, and maybe you have this again, that has a really hard time being friends with people. Just all of a sudden, just like flipping up, changing up on their friends. It's like severe Capricornian karma daddy energy with Leonine energy, but it shows that in past lives that there was some ego problems, there was power play problems, them taking power from others for the fame, for the glory, for the rule, for the royalty, whatever, and others doing that to them. And so there is always this internal, like, well, what if you're better than me? What if you're getting more attention than me? So it's like this cycling between being very insecure and feeling like, okay, I got to make you the absolute star of the group, and then like rage of like, why are you the star of the group kind of vibe, right? And then I'm gonna come and get that power back that I think that you have, that I feel that I gave you kind of vibe. So with 5 of Wands reverse, we're getting rid of those dynamics. We're no longer being petty or false in friendships and relationships. We're no longer having this internal like war with someone where we're pretending to be friends but we hate them. We're no longer like hate following YouTubers, okay? We're no longer just being so shady that we can't even hear when someone actually loves us and cares about us, because we're just like, oh, I bet you were doing this and that, because I need you to have been shady to me, because I need to hate you, right? Because I have jealousy and envy and spite, right? That's 5 of Wands. So you're really letting go of a lot For some of you, you're just deciding this, or this reading is letting you know, hey, you are capable of letting go of that. Stop chewing on that grudge, that frustration, that feeling subpar to others. If you feel the need to cut people down like that, or gossip and tea, all that says is that you feel insecure and inferior to them, and that's not the vibe you want to put out like that, right? And that's something I've learned. If you are someone who's sensitive, and you guys could be in this, some of you are like, I've learned to scrap because of these haters giving it to me like that. But I feel like a lot of you low-key are sensitive, and you didn't know how to either deal with your own insecurities, or you were raised by people who are very insecure, and you were naturally very talented, beautiful, and people just really try to come for your solar plexus. They didn't want you to feel like you could be the one on the team who's a star player. They didn't want you to feel like you could be the lead singer, when in reality you were a lot. Now it's up to you. Are you going to be the bully, or are you going to set that energy free? So I've been lighting a candle for each group. Pile 3's wasn't quite out, so you do have a red candle burning down on yours, but the color I got for yours was yellow. So I'm putting on the third eye oil and the Empress oil that I have for each one, along with some of the bay leaf, just different little good stuff on there. So I'm going to be lighting that now. But I feel like for you guys, it's all about your power center, which we commonly know as the solar plexus nowadays, but your power center of energy, your sense of self. It is the solar energy, which is the solar eclipse in the natal chart as well, right? Yeah, even the candle wants to lean a little bit. Let me help it out. Okay, so that is something that it's time to take other people's hate and violence down, and take down your own. Okay, and once you realize that you can be safe with yourself, you can treat yourself better, and treat others better too, and expect that to be the energy that cycles around, instead of, you know what, I bet this person's just pretending to care because no one would give me a real compliment, so let me just, ooh, I bet they were being shady when they mentioned my hair, so let me do a little shady comment about their hair, right? So you're just done with that kind of stuff, and you're just like, oh, can I just be? Can I just breathe? Some of you might have like Venus in Leo, Mars in Leo, different placements in that. Your crystal is Leo Mars. Oh my gosh. Pyrite, luck, prosperity, and success. I'm getting some oil on there from that. The gold standard when it comes to crystals, pyrite attracts abundance, wealth, and prosperity, known as fool's gold. Pyrite encourages you to follow your dreams and envision your dreams. Manifesting powers are high when this crystal is at play. Pyrite has that spark. Literally, pyrite can create fire when struck against another stone or metal, and is believed to contain the element of fire in its core. And how interesting that you're the only one that I lit your candle during your reading here. And again, we do have fire playing in the background, crackling. We have your crossroads open, and then you have pyrite. So you guys don't have to hate yourself or others for success or prosperity, or feel like, oh, let's just scrap. There's one piece of bread, who's gonna get it, let me see how I can play them, and all this kind of energy, this false competition with yourself and others. Your crossroads are open, and you can blossom. Okay, and this is the lesson, that even when you don't perceive that they are, even when you feel like you're not the star, you're not getting the attention, you're not driving where you want to be, you see that you can, and that's something no one can take away from you. Therefore, you don't have to simmer in the background or be upset, right? Oh, I didn't get to talk this conversation. I feel like some of you might overdo your solar plexus in the past. This reading is going to help you change that, so you would be pushy with your energy. All right, you could be grabby with trying to maybe steal other people's things that they would do themselves or something. But no, I did that first. No, I want to be heard. Let me, you know what I mean? Just shade and stuff. And some of you was the opposite. You would just erase yourself because you were so afraid of like pushy, dominant people who would, take everything that you were, and you just felt like, okay, take it. Just be nice to me. Just don't ostracize me. Just don't hurt me, right? So this is finding balance with that, okay? And you might have, a lot of you, gone back and forth in different periods of your time, or even within your relationships with people, okay? A powerful protector shielding you from negativity and protecting the integrity of your aura. Strike fast and don't look back. See, when you are in a good way, you don't have to doubt, oh, I feel like when we don't have healthy power with ourselves, we kind of are like, maybe I don't deserve success because maybe I'll be a bad person, right? Maybe I'll turn into a monster if I get a blessing. But once we learn how to balance our solar self, that healthy egoic self that we need, our sense of self, we can trust ourselves. Oh yeah, let me take this opportunity. Oh, this is a great time for me to speak up and to share. Oh, you know what? Actually, I can protect my energy and step back. You might also have Tiger's Eye. That could be very successful for you. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at your guys' card. Your other tarot, we have Six of Wands, which is Leo, and Queen of Swords reverse. Yeah, putting away the shady frenemy within. Not putting it away, but starting this fire with the pyrite and just burning that as an offering to your greater self and your success moving forward, okay? We have magic, so you guys could be magical practitioners. Some of you have been using magic in a negative way because you've been like, oh, I'm jealous. This reminds, I mean, I've had this happen, okay? You guys know I'm on here. I do social media work. You know, I've been in the witchy communities and tarot communities for a while, so people really do that. They get very petty and they'll be like, oh yeah, you know, this person, who do they think they are? Boom, try to do a spell. I'm gonna do better than them and I want to get this, you know, just hair trigger, you know. So this is like the past, and you guys might need to change your energy. You might need to undo some ceremonies that you're like, man, bitter me did some messed up spell work. People do it for anything too. I've felt people throw a spell because they were mad that they had emailed me about a reading and I had to check back in like an hour or something. And then when I felt it and I like, you know, let them know, yeah, I felt some energy coming. They're like, okay, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. Let me calm down. And I'm like, what? You can't just do that. You can't just be out here. I'm a baby witch and I feel so powerful. I'm mad. Flames, you know, let me send it to you. Flamethrower. So some of you are like, oh shoot, that's me. So watch, it's saying it's good that you can pop off when you need to, but get that ego in check, because people who don't have a healthy sense of self, they only pop off on the wrong people. They only go for those who are caring to them or those who they feel are weaker than them, and therefore they become the bully, right? So again, we're releasing this energy. Your pathways are open. We're going towards success. Six of Wands, the reversal here with the Five of Wands, getting rid of that Five of Wands energy. That strife is opening up the Six of Wands. We got to get rid of this Queen of Swords and not bury her and save her for later in the iceberg. We don't want her coming back pretending she's some spiritual enlightened avatar when she's really a monster in us. Okay, we need to fully cut cords with that version of ourselves, that energy body of ourselves. Alright, so let's see what else we have over here. I did not pick these specifically, but we do have Leo again. Alright, that's our fourth Leo here. So there could definitely be Leos in this group, and we have stay. So you guys could be feeling like, again, you don't always have staying power, and now you're going to be freeing yourself from that energy. Maybe you grew up around a lot of Leos or fire signs or people with strong solar plexus. We have Scorpio and Capricorn here. People with strong self energy, so you felt like, you know, unless I you know, scream my head off, unless I'm super bold, unless I, you know, hide myself until I'm perfect and come out in full glory, nails done, hair done, everything did, I'll never, you know, be recognized unless I can get really prosperous. So we're releasing all of that. And we're realizing we have staying power in ourselves. We are glorious at every eventuality, and not in a fake way, not in a, oh yeah, I'm feeling myself, so I'm going to go on social media and talk like I care and like I believe in myself and like I love myself. And behind the scenes, I'm enacting violence against myself. I'm enacting violence against my friends. I'm being shady in my networking circles because I actually don't believe I'm crap. And I'm out here talking like I'm the shit, okay? This is about truly healing those dynamics with yourself, okay? Regardless of where the hair's done, regardless of, you know, how the cash stash is flowing, because all that wants to come to you anyways, okay? That blessing's already yours. You have the desire to have empowerment and blessings and things because you naturally hold that. So instead, just let yourself be that energy. Okay, look, we got Money Good by Megan Thee Stallion. Oh my gosh, we have Dollar Bills by Sid and Steve Lacy. These are the songs for you. Money Good, okay? You ain't got to worry about nothing. Money Good. We got Dollar Bills. Sid and Steve Lacy. We have Sweet Dreams by Lloyd. Okay, Romance and Hips Don't Lie by Shakira. So we can definitely have strong Aquarian energy here. It could be some Aries rising, Scorpio. We could have some Libras. all different kinds of energies here. We also have Aaliyah, so it can be some Capricorns, Virgo moons, more than a woman, so, or more than whatever energy you have been limiting yourself to or that other people think. There could definitely be some spicy nights. There could be some spending the night with somebody. There could be some little strip tease. There could be some little singing to sleep. Some of you are sex workers, okay? You could have OnlyFans. You could be traditional sex workers, and you will be having money come in with this, and also feeling that sense of respect for yourself, that you are having consent, that you are doing things of your own, free will, and that you're doing things with safety and care for yourself, okay? But however you're doing this, some of you are having separation with your money and finances, and some of you is coming together, okay? You could have a little sugary, you could have some little spicy time with your spouse, saying, hey, if you have to buy me a gift before you get it like this, you might be changing something up, getting spicy, getting a little confidence to you, getting a little bold. I am doing your reading off kilter for some reason, so there's this energy of you shaking it up, coming from a different angle when people don't expect. All right, now Sagittarius energy. Oh, your move. Oh my gosh, your movie is Pretty Woman. Yeah, so we definitely could have the sugar daddy vibe. We could definitely have the again, sex workers, things of that nature in this group, okay? And having your shopping spree moments, having your feeling recognized and seen and heard. A very strong Scorpio energy again. Leo moons possible for sure. Leo moons definitely can relate to what I was talking about with Venus, Mars, Saturn, and Leo too. A placement that can feel very sensitive about claiming their power, okay? So the places we have for the Sagittarian solar eclipse, we have Malaysia. We have hustle and bustle, a place with a lot of hustle and bustle in Amsterdam, okay? So there could be themes or people from these places coming up. You might have travels connected to these places, messages, correspondence, FaceTimes, whatever it is with people from these places. You have money and sensual pursuits being very high, so it could be people connected to these areas. Let's go ahead and get our fortune cards. Oh, these could also be names that are play on words for restaurants, shops around you, street names. You could live in a community that has a lot of people that have transplanted from these communities, that kind of thing. We have the moon. Changes in your life. So this is a solar eclipse, but you might need to go and get a drink of that moon energy for this being a new moon solar eclipse. Sun and moon are in the same sign. That's what makes a new moon, is when sun and moon are in the same sign. So don't be afraid to tap into that lunar energy. Again, some of you could be Leo moons or moon signs of some of these signs that we said, like Scorpio, Capricorn, Aries, and so you want to let that balance out. We have unsuccessful plans and discord among family and friends. So for this group, in order to go to your prosperity and your healthy love life, a healthy 5th house, 2nd house, Taurus energy, 8th house, Scorpio energy, 10th house, Capricorn energy, you really have to cut ties with someone in your family. It could be through your mother's side of the family. It could be someone that you've been trying to mother. It could be cousins or siblings, okay? It could be people who have strong earth or air in their chart. Yeah, people who you really want to nurture. Maybe you're trying to stay close to children in a situation. There could be a Sagittarius child who really needs you to look out for them. Problems are going to be resolved. There could be some kind of getting of custody. Okay. You might have to decide if you're going to move a little distance away from these people, and maybe you want to stay close because of someone who's going to have a child, or maybe maybe you're afraid to go and get space because you have children. So it's so weird, but I hear people use children a lot to stay around toxic situations, and because of seeing that and suffering through that, I'm the opposite. I will leave. I'm like, no, I will not have my child around a toxic situation. So everyone's different, but I think that this group, you're going to be having revelations that, okay, the illusion of having people around to help is not worth being around people who are actually toxic to me and my child, or to my inner child. If you have friends or people who are enacting kind of abusive connections or cycles that you're like, I already went through this when I was younger. I'm not going to have this anymore, right? Inner child is that Leo energy again. But there is a birth announcement. Someone's pregnant. Someone went, look, they could be you're the snake. Ooh, someone who is Sagittarius, has strong Sagittarius, or someone who is year of the snake, someone during Sagittarius season with this solar eclipse could be announcing that they got pregnant. This could be with someone that they're not really with the person who got pregnant. So it says temptation may test you. So they could have had a sexy time. Now someone's pregnant. We have the crib, the moon, and the announcement here. Unsuccessful plans. Oh no. It's gonna be fine. Some of them might someone could adopt the child, or they could come to a custody agreement. But yeah, this looks like someone who they're not really married. Okay, you receive a gift, but it's that box. Yeah, someone got caught up with the box, y'all. They got caught up. Psychic ability, you guys, you were like, I knew it. I knew it. Third eye energy here, universal signs, Scorpio, which is, yeah, Scorpio needs to be in there. Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, okay? And watch out if you're the one out here. Look, needle in a haystack. Karma, you reap what you have sown. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. So you guys do have some karma coming through. Opportunities that wait for you. Again, your pathways are not blocked. You have the door of success here. There could be challenges to them, but they await you. So you might, again, if you've been on some of this shady side of this energy, I'm going to be real with you. You have some strife to overcome for your troubles you caused to others. Okay, some of you, it's almost like your secret word isn't abracadabra, it's I'm sorry to someone that you know that you screwed over, and you're like, oh, I know I took advantage of how they will watch my kids, or how they try to help me in business. I was shady, I was a shark to them, whatever. Let me go ahead. I do feel like you could have some happiness and celebration in clearing this energy with them. Okay, someone may owe you karma, okay, as well. Dealings or relationship with a dark complexion or hair, or with a man with a dark complexion or hair. So this can be someone male identified that has that. They got some curl, they got the they could have curl to their hair, they could have a lot of facial hair, they could have bushy eyebrows. Okay, they could have eyes that are just like, oh, why are your eyes so cute? Okay, this could be an Aquarius, a Sagittarius. We have year of the dragon here. This person could have Scorpio on the chart. They could like to drink. We have the rat. They could be year of the rat. Someone's working against you behind your back. This card means business, because I basically asked if someone was a sneak thief spy, and out of all these cards it gave me the rat. I said, ah. So this is for real. Someone doesn't want you to be a unicorn. They're trying to be the rat over here. Or someone remembers how you took them down shady in the alley, okay, when they were being nice to you. I'm gonna be real with you. Some of you on your way up, you made enemies out of people who would have been friends, and they said, you stole my unicorn wig and my unicorn headband. I know who you really are. I got receipts. You think you can be shady to me behind the scenes, especially if they're Cancer. I'm getting a big Cancer vibe, or if they could be family. And they're like, who the heck do you think you are, thinking you're over here, Capricorn, Aquarius, Sag, or you're on those energies. You're going to travel, you're going to have big business, you're so enlightened, whatever, you're social justice now, when behind the scenes, you just, you did me wrong, you try to rat me out in lies, and now you think you can get away with this. So, really, please, 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 if y'all have been shady, get this right, okay? Because there is honor and respect that wants to come to you. And if you do better, not in the fake way though, not in like, we saw this false Leo energy that's like, oh, let me give apologies video for my YouTube channel. You know how they do that crap? Not that crap, y'all. I don't even want to say their names, but like the beauty community on YouTube and stuff. Not like that, y'all. This ain't that, let me get you on my side, let me emotionally manipulate, and so I'm actually not taking responsibility, and I'm making the person who I victimized look bad. I feel like they can't be upset with me. Not that, okay? Let's talk about really getting your crown right, okay, from the spiritual realm, which is what the symbol of crowns are anyways, right? They were spiritual symbols on shamanic, anyone who would be the shamanic healers in our origins, okay? And that's why when people started taking over power with lands and peoples and stuff, they started taking that symbol on of a crown as authority, as finance and all this, right? So that's where that symbol comes from. It's not about, I got a tiara on, I'm going to talk, crap about someone and have my followers go after them because I don't want to hear what they're saying, and then mix in that I apologize. Like, come on now. I have to break it down, so I feel like some people need to hear it. The flute, you need to hear it. Disappointment in a friend or lover, okay? So you might have to show who you are in order to get to your unicorn. You might have to show that I've been a scandalous little rat. There was a dirty rat and it was me. Don't excuse me. Don't let me out of it. Okay? I need to be held accountable. All right, I'm getting some Gemini energy. Some Gemini could have the T, but then you can finally breathe and move forward. Then you can finally be connected with your true heart. Okay, for some of you, this is your partner. You might have to be like, yeah, so boo, I was gold digging you. I didn't really care, but now I love you so much. You know, whatever it is. Love, deep affection, and caring. Situations in balance that require careful handling. To be able to take that vacation finally mentally and physically, because some of you, you're just carrying this, all right? There can also be dealings or relationship with a man who is fair of hair, eyes, or skin, blonde, gray, or white hair, or could have dyed hair, okay? Kind of straight or wavy. So, that's what I'm seeing, y'all. That's what I'm seeing. I also get that this means you have to come clean even if there's multiple parties in the situation who they're not saying anything. So you're like, well, they're still getting away with it. Because what happens when we see that happen, like let's say with influencers, the whole group goes down. And if the ones who actually, you know, had more heart had come through first and said, man, I made a mistake, I shouldn't act like this, or I had to leave the situation because they were cutting up and doing this thing that was wrong, they wouldn't have gone down with everyone. But instead they try to hide it, try to act like they're different, try to act like they can get away with it because so-and-so looks like they're getting away with it, and then boom, it catches them. So someone could have magic on you. Someone's like, get back to that magic card. Someone could have magic, and I feel like in this case it's for something you did wrong. Okay, I do for this group. So if you don't want that to hit you, your spirit crew to come in and protect you, do right, get it tight. Hey. Some of you, I mean, it's like you want to talk trash about this person. I'm seeing Emperor and Lovers. It's like you really tried to home wreck them. Like, what you expect? What you expect, boo? Okay? Then you're going to talk smack about them like they're wrong. They say, get out my house. All right. For whom that resonates, okay? Someone says it does not resonate for me. It is accurate, but it does not resonate. It does not recognize no facial recognition for this reading, therefore it does not apply. Here we go. So let's get to these crystals, y'all. We got a whole bunch. It's gonna be loud for group spiral seashell. Look, it wants to spill your secrets. You see how it keeps trying to give you belly up? Okay, fine. Okay, but can you rub my belly like a cat after? But okay, fine. You're right. You got me. All right, so let's leave that belly up. So it's safe to be vulnerable and to heal its aspects of things and to know we'll be loved and have success and friendships. Okay, bited by the tooth. I just, for some reason, just adjusted my ring with my tooth when I was talking. So just do it. Just pull the band-aid off. Just go for it. Growth. Woo, I'm a badass. Okay, so charms. Solar eclipse. What is a solar eclipse? The Sagittarius 2020 with the new moon in Sag. And whatever they're watching, have for the group who chose Spiral Seashell. Alright. Okay. Ooh, we got some back. Look at this racket. Literally, look, a racquetball, tennis ball. Someone could be. We got one with the ball in their court, one not. So some of you, look, it said it's raggedy. We got the little button over here trying to put this together. Some of you have just been going back and forth in a situation that is just. The spider's like, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? People know about it, and they're like, we're so tired of hearing this. That y'all have been going back and forth for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, okay? Since back in ancient days now, and even with the new technology, all you guys got is more questions. All you got is, I triple doggy dog dare you. There's no moving forward on this. Look, your spirit guys got old. They retired. Y'all have done spell work and everything. If you've done spell work and stuff, it's still not going boo. Okay, I'm seeing some Jezebel root. I'm seeing bay laurel over here. I'm seeing the butterfly magic flowers over here. We're seeing the lavender. They say you need to chill. You said, no, I'm gonna win. Okay, we got Leo and Leo energy again. All right, you said, nope, I made a contract, therefore this person's mine, and I owe them. I own them. Ooh, I said owe them, but I meant to say own them. See, that's the real tea. All right, people out here following the wrong soul flame journeys. I meant to say soulmate, but I said soul flame. Y'all, look, the tea, and they're really creating really bad karmic situations. So you might need to clean up this little grimy little aura you have going on in this connection. Okay. Make sure you're listening to the right spiritual guidance that you think that you're tuning into. Hint, like Native Americans and black people and stuff, our ancestors aren't just like your spirit guides. That's weird. Stop capturing spirits. Listen to Pile 2. Okay, but look, ooh, did you see the T? I flipped over this racket. It looked like only like the ball was in their court, but then when you flip over the other one, they both have balls. That's the T. You both need to have the avocados to move forward and make a move. You both have the ball in your court, and if neither of you does something, then nothing's gonna happen. Okay, so, and people are tired of hearing you said not scraggly, you threw the button over there. How did it get over there, y'all? You said not scraggly. Let me have my rosy glasses. Sorry, pumpkin. This pumpkin is still good over here, y'all, from Halloween. So yes, you've been holding on to stuff for a while. All right, some of you don't even look the same, don't even know what each other looks like anymore, still fighting over here, all rudimentary. Elementary Watson, okay? Maybe someone's name is Watson, or Sherlock, or Holmes, or this is just your homie and you need to understand that. Leo again with the spell bottles. You said, but I did 5 spell bottles, just this eclipse. How'd it go? It went like, let it go. That's how it went. They said you need to hear this, but they ain't hearing us. Spirit guy said, I'm retired. Boop, 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 boop. Or you know that sound when the dial tone. The sound, look, they said she's gonna do the sound effects. The charms already knew I was gonna do a sound effect. Stop. Okay, but yes, look, my third eye pendant. Sometimes the charm stays in there, sometimes it comes out of its setting. Your third eye is not being clear on this relationship. You said, but my heart, my feelings, why? If I have feelings, then I'm the boss. Look at Capricorn, I'm the boss. Twitch, twitch, I'm the boss. Look, you have Capricorn ambitious, Capricorn and Karma Daddy Saturn. Look at that, and look at the car wreck. With the car wreck, with the car, it's not working. Look, my homie, my G. They said talk to him like a friend. Homie, G slice. Okay. Okay, coolest thing since sliced bread. You gotta understand me. Okay. Face the music on this one. Someone friend zoned you, and then they took a UFO out off the planet, and you still like, but no, they're my, you know, I got a root on them. They said they're in gravity. Roots don't work. They're out of gravity, I mean. Okay, they're not bound to the earth. What you doing? So we're teasing on this just to give some levity, but seriously, y'all already know. Y'all already know about this connection. So you can sit here and try to grind and grit this, but this person is fundamentally stubborn. Oh my gosh. This is, if you've seen the charms, this is my psychic divination scrying one, and the scryer is off of this one too. You are not seeing this connection accurately. All right, and there's a goddess energy stepping in too. They could have red to their hair. Yeah, there could be some fiery energy around this goddess energy. They said this X has got to go. Hermit energies here. Maybe they're a Virgo. This message needs to be heard. It needs to be heard. For some of you, this is like, if it's your heritage, that this is an Orisha, or this is yeah, look to the deity, the goddesses, deity spirits of your traditions. But there could be some red to them, or there could be like gold or yellow that's associated with them. Okay, and they're saying, no, you need to hear this message. We want you with something else. This back and forth is going to keep going back and forth, if that. Okay, so why are you wearing your heart on your sleeve? Why are you taking your heart out of your chest for this person? You're over here trying to heal their broken bones. This person could have G in their name. They could have X for X in their name. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. All right, that's what I'm seeing. There could be a Sagittarius as well. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.